Welcome into your Royal Rumble review, the 2015 Royal Rumble. Some of you have been like, what's going on with the, with the review? Where's it at? In the preview, I tried to let everybody know. I could go into details, but I'll just leave it alone at that. Just had something pressing that came up that, had to take care of. It happens. I mean, believe me, I hate keeping you all waiting. But we're here to do this review, period. So, next time, if something's coming a little late, just relax. We'll get to it as soon as we can. Believe me, we have your enjoyment in mind. We want you to enjoy things on the channel and on the website. And we get them done as fast as we can, and we can't fucking wait to talk about the Royal Rumble because believe me, not believe that, but believe me, there's a lot to talk about. All right? Mad Genius and I, in fairness to us, not sitting here trying to be the type of guys who say that we told you so, but as Bobby Heenan would say, we told you so.
Oh, go back and watch the Rumble from last year. I predicted Reigns would win it this year.
You did. You did. And I've tried to keep an open mind to that shit. And we're going to get to that in a little bit, but we're going to go through the whole Rumble. We're going to talk about this crazy fucking fallout that's been going on. We've got a lot to cover. But hell, I've done YouTube videos for 9.5 years. Mad Genius has been doing videos and podcasts with me for about 4 or 5 years. Come join blitzsportsnetwork.com. We pour our heart and soul into that website. I put thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of work into it. You've got hundreds of wrestling videos on there. We're going to be talking a lot about the backstage implications of what went down at the Rumble. On the site, on a VIP video, you're not going to want to miss that. So blitzsportsnetwork.com, I'll keep it short and simple.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about news and rumors-wise this week, and we do that every week. Last week we did over 10 hours of wrestling talk on the website that you didn't see. And everything is ad-free on the site. So, oh man, you'd like to just jump to the main event. You'd like to just jump to the triple threat match, but there's other stuff to cover. Unfortunately, I was not able to see the pre-show match. We were talking a little bit off the air, Mad Genius. You said there was some stuff of note in the pre-show match, which I've skipped the pre-shows for a while now. But in the pre-show match, there was a few things of note that people who didn't see it may want to know if you could indulge our great viewers. And by the way, shout out to everybody watching this video. Thank you. MG.
Yeah, first was the originally planned 6-man tag match ended up turning into just a regular tag team match because Xavier Woods apparently is injured. He had a walking boot on last night, so he wasn't in the match. Adam Rose isn't in the match. First thing that really stood out was when Cesaro and...
First of all, Adam Estrogen, let's get this straight. Punk bitch. Right? Hashtag punk bitch. Please continue. Fuck that punk bitch. The dude comes out prancing with his little sucker. Fuck you, you fucking punk. That dude don't belong on my fucking TV. Straight up. Fuck Adam Estrogen in his little strawberry necklace. Take that strawberry necklace, shine that sumbitch. You know the rest. Please continue. you know the rest.
The first firestorm came when Rose and Cesaro came out wearing Bullet Club knockoff shirts that said Brass Ring Club, which looked like it had a fucking cat in the middle instead of a skull. Just people got pissed off because they thought they were ripping off Bullet Club and whatnot. Just so you know, the shirt wasn't Vince's idea. Cesaro actually had Pro Wrestling Tees make that shirt for him. If you follow Pro Wrestling Tees on Instagram, you would know that. But they made the shirt for Cesaro.
And shameless plug. Mad Genius with T-shirts at Virtuoso Sports on Pro Wrestling Tees. Check them out. Support the man. Please continue.
Oh yeah, same people who made that shirt make my shirts.
Yeah.
So that shirt, that brass ring shirt, will not be for sale. Cesaro told Pro Wrestling Tees he doesn't want them to sell it, but that wasn't a WWE idea. Just so people know. First thing I noticed was Cesaro and Tyson Kidd were massively over. The crowd absolutely loved everything they did. They hated the New Day. Adam Rose didn't necessarily get booed because he was with Cesaro and Kidd, who were monsterly over. That actually turned out to be the best tag team match on the show, in my opinion. I know some people might point out the fucking Usos and the versus Miz and Sandow, but that shit was fucking redundant. We've seen that match 18 million times.
No, there were false finishes. Come on.
Yeah. Biggie Langston's overhead belly to belly was looking really nice in this match. There was one where Tyson Kidd was going for a sharpshooter on Kofi Kingston, and Biggie Langston just came up from behind him and hit him with a belly to belly, or was Tyson Kidd turned around? I can't remember exactly, but that spot was really nice. He had some really nice good double team moves in that. That was actually pretty damn solid tag team match. It should have been on the main card, in all honesty.
They showed some highlights of that during the Rumble, and when he broke up the sharpshooter, I noticed the crowd booed the fuck out of him.
Oh yeah, they were
right off the bat. Hashtag to fans that stand up for what they like and don't like. Hashtag respect to you. Because, I mean, holy fuck, this crowd fucking, it was incredible. Incredible. I'm on 2 hours sleep right now in the past 36 hours. Feeling really, really tired. But I will tell you right now, that crowd, as tired and out of it as I am, was the fucking shit. The shit. I mean, that's the type of crowd we need. You don't need crowds that go, okay, if they do this, more power to them. I'm not trying to judge them because I don't feel right doing that. But, in my opinion, you get more done with crowds like this than crowds who go, well, Cena does charity. Yay. No. Shit on the shit that you don't like. If this channel, Mad Genius's channel, Virtuoso Sports, if our channels haven't been a representation of just shitting on stuff that we don't like, whether it does anything or not, but speak in your mind. I mean, to me, that gets more done than, oh, I'll just grab my ankles and let them do whatever they want. No, fucking shit on the stuff that you don't like. I mean, dude, this crowd was throwback. This was a Grits crowd.
This crowd was awesome.
Yeah, Grits couldn't be here right now, or he would be, believe me. But, yeah, this was a Grits crowd. They weren't throwing batteries and some of the other shit he talks about. but this was a Grits crowd. There
are rumors of riots outside, though.
There were. It is Philly.
And apparently them blocking people from talent from leaving the arena. So,
and Adam Estrogen was the first one to hide in the ladies' bathroom, by the way. Yeah.
Hey, knowing that crowd, he probably got beat up by some ladies there.
Hashtag bitch made. I mean, who comes up with that gimmick? All right. Fuck. All right. Well, here we go. Let's go through the series of events because that's what we do here. We get a Royal Rumble intro video, and these graphic effects, individuals, and the graphic design team, whatever you want to call them, the guys who put these video packages together, are very good. This was a very good video, setting the stage for the Royal Rumble match and the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. And can I ask, by the way, I didn't get to watch the Rumble. Mad Genius will attest to this. I started watching it at about, 1 in the morning? Something like that, somewhere around there. I did everything. I didn't log into my Twitter other than to DM Mad Genius. I didn't look at my mentions. I didn't look at anything. I didn't want to know any spoilers. And the biggest concern I had coming into this, speaking of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, is that Brock fucking Lesnar came out as champion. That was my biggest concern. I will tell you right now, because I think a lot of you know the results to the pay-per-view, but we'll go into them in detail here. If Cena would have won, shit would have been broken. You might have seen me break my computer monitor live on a stream. I mean, enough is enough with this motherfucker. Enough is enough. And by the way, he's such a good guy. That dude is a smug douchebag. I'm sorry. And yeah, he does some good things. I'm not. And by the way, spoiler alert, I may give him some credit for some things he did in that match. We'll get to that later. But him and Roman Reigns both did the same interview outside of the WWE. Well, the haters don't understand. Have you ever been in a ring? Actually, yes. Oh. But, you know, at the end of the day, with these guys, everybody who's anybody, even on a small scale like us, and I believe we're on a smaller scale, everybody has detractors. What do you do? Sometimes, if it's justified, you take it as constructive criticism. Other times, you just say, "Oh well, fuck it," you know. But these guys go on. You don't have a right to have an opinion. But if you buy a Roman Reigns shirt and you've never been in the ring, yeah.
Yeah, and that's fucking bullshit. Like, I don't have to take fucking dick in an igloo to know I don't like Eskimo penis. No, seriously. It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to know this shit.
Right.
I mean, like,
you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that you don't want dick in the fucking, you know, in the space.
It's fucking,
yeah.
Don't like the dude. You know, if I don't have to act to know Nicolas Cage fucking sucks. I don't have to have thrown a football in the fucking Super Bowl to know Tim Tebow can't throw a goddamn pass.
He can't throw. I agree.
I mean, it's ridiculous. And he literally just shit on all the people who don't like him because it's an opinion-based thing. And then he goes on to say, yeah, wrestlers have never had a problem with what I've said. Well, apparently you're lying again because Steve Austin even said you're too fucking green, you dick.
It was suffer and succotash. How could you say that about Roman Reigns? I mean, come on. Wow. Anyway, I like the way they edited the intro video altogether. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking ready for the Rumble. I mean, here's the thing. A lot of the people lashing out at the WWE, huge Royal Rumble fans. That's one thing that, like, some of these websites covering the backlash from the Rumble will never understand is that these people wanted to like it. They did. And I was excited at this point. Like, fuck yeah, it's the Rumble. I can't wait to see the surprise appearances. And most of you were probably thinking the same thing. So the first match of the show, we get the new middle old age outlaws, or whatever you want to call them, to try to be funny, against the Trashension. They're trash. Okay? So Road Dogg came out, cut a nice little promo to get the crowd fired up. Standard stuff for the Outlaws, including Billy Gunn. Suck it, right? By the way, for those of you new to our videos, back in the DX days, I found it funny. Remember that one time we were talking about great tag teams, and someone was like, DX is my favorite tag team. I'm like, DX is a faction. Not a tag team. But the New Age Outlaws.
I vote for the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, Arn Anderson, Ric Flair, Four Horsemen were great tag. There were four of them. But no, this New Age Outlaws were always my favorite part of DX. But the Ascension followed them out with the Illuminati shtick. Look at our Freemason sashes, you know, and look at all the occult symbolism behind us. Yay, Egyptian, Eye of Horus. You know, these guys are fucking garbage. I'll say it again. There was one guy who was like, I think you're being too hard on the Ascension. They're new. I've been watching them for a year. They're fucking trash. And it's my opinion. You may disagree. That's expected. These guys are garbage as fuck. Connor, yeah. They grab a microphone and they don't say shit. These guys are terrible. So here we go. We're off with this match, you know. My expectations for this match were low as fuck. Newsflash, not a fan of the Ascension in any way. They don't entertain me at all. I've seen enough of them in NXT. And of course, for me as a New Age Outlaws fan, it's nice to see them back in the ring. But let's face it, they're past their prime. And it's not just that they're past their prime. Vince isn't going to use them in a relevant way. The Trascension went over when they high-load Billy Gunn for the finish, and it was another boring match from them Jamokes. I thought it was a terrible performance. They're garbage in my book. Garbage, period. But I will ask, in fairness, are you a fan of the Ascension? How long have you been watching them? It would be question number 2. And then question number 3 is, what makes you a Trascension fan? Because watching these guys in NXT, they come out, yeah, we're going to yell, yeah. And then they get in the ring, and they squash, or they wrestle, and if their match lasts longer than 5 minutes, stomps, kicks, punches, right? Woo! And then they go over, they lose, or whatever the finish to the matches usually go over. Their matches are fucking horrid. What do they do? Name me the Ascension's 5 best moves. Anybody.
5 moves? Do they have 5 moves?
They don't have 5 moves. Kicks.
They might have less moves than Wade Barrett. I mean, shit.
Yeah. They have a moves that Roman Boo Reigns. I mean, they called him Bautista, right?
Hey, Batista. Hey, the reaction Reigns got, it made Roman Reigns look like he got a face pop last year. This shit was ridiculous.
Yeah, this is true. But I'm open. Tell me what makes you a fan, because I want you to have your, say your piece as well. But for me, it's like, dude, these guys are fucking horrible. And when I hear crowds rejecting them, for me, it's not because they're heels. It's because they're trash. MG.
Yeah, I've been watching the Ascension since the original incarnation in FCW like 3 or 4 years ago. When you had Conor O'Brien and Raquel Diaz, who's Eddie Guerrero's daughter, and Ricardo Rodriguez and Epico from Los Matadores, and Kenneth Cameron, who is now Bram and TNA, and then eventually they broke up the entire stable and they just went with Conor O'Brien and Kenneth Cameron. Anybody who's seen Bram and TNA could understand why he worked in the Ascension role. And he was always the guy who carried the group in terms of on the mic, in the ring, in the it factor, in the presence. And I was a fan of that Ascension. Their theme music was cool, the entrance was cool. Kenneth Cameron has an it factor about him, which to me is undeniable, and I thought he had breakout single star written for him in the future. And then Kenneth Cameron, got pulled over for a DUI and fought a cop and ended up getting fired. I think that was like his 2nd or 3rd DUI, and the company got rid of him. And then it was just Conor for a while, and Conor fucking sucks. And then they replaced him with they put somebody else in the Ascension at first. I can't remember who. Might have been Wesley Blake or Buddy Murphy at first for like a couple of weeks, and then they went with Victor. And I've been watching Rick Victor for a long time. When he was in FCW, dude he can work a little bit. But that pairing together fucking sucks. And like I said, outside of the theme music, their older theme music was better in my opinion. But outside of the theme music and the entrance, there's nothing good about them at this point. There's nothing. They can't wrestle. They can't cut promos. The it factor that Kenneth Cameron brought to the Ascension is no longer there, so you don't even have that guy to carry the group charisma-wise or presence-wise. So, ever since they came up with this incarnation of them, they've been fucking boring as shit, and they held onto those NXT titles for like a fucking year, and it fucking pissed me off. I thought Enzo and Cass were going to win them until Enzo got hurt.
They're fucking trash. They're trash. Trash, 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 trash. They're garbage. They're fucking trash. Punch, punch, yeah, stomp, stomp, stomp. They're garbage. What do they do? What do they do? What did they deserve? Roman Reigns don't deserve a push. He wasn't ready, I agree. What the fuck has the Ascension done to deserve this? Bring up the motherfucking Lucha Dragons. Period.
Yep. Exactly. Lucha Dragons, Murphy and Blake, fuck Kenta and Devitt. Fuck. I mean, you got Enzo and Cass. I mean, fuck, you got some entertaining tag teams down there in NXT. And you give us the Ascension as the faces of the tag team division going forward? I'm not buying it.
Doomsday device, here comes the high-low finisher. Oh!
Yeah, and this is where progression in wrestling that I always talk about. These guys don't have to do flippity flips to get over, but holy fuck, they're using a finisher from like 1975. It's fucking ridiculous. Never gonna get over that way. Especially with the fact they can't talk and they don't have a real presence about them. They gotta be able to wrestle.
When these Jamokes come out, next time you watch them, when they come out, and their music hits, and they've got all the symbolism on the Titantron, and you see them go, ah! Try not to laugh. Try not to fucking laugh.
Honestly, if you had to put like the cool thing, if you had to like put it in the list format, the coolest thing they do is that scream, because nothing else they do is even close to being as entertaining as that. Which is a damn shame that this is the tag team we're going to be forced to look at.
Yeah, they're literally bringing back old tag teams to try to get them over. When will this company understand to listen to your fans?
Well, apparently not anytime soon, from what I've been hearing.
Yeah. I mean, Cesaro, Tyson Kidd, would anybody rather see them get this big push against some of these old school tag teams than the Trash Ascension? I mean, come on. Fuck. No, they gotta be fucking rosebuds. Right?
Yeah, I believe their new tag team name is Team Cat. Cesaro, Adam, and Tyson. Yeah, fuck that.
Team Cat.
Yeah.
Who's the loser that came up with that? I think we know.
Whoever writes Total Divas. They fucking shove the fact Tyson Kidd has cats down your throat.
I know. I'll be watching NXT, and I'll be doing a backstage thing with Natalia. Did you check on our cats? Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
He's wearing fucking cats on his fucking kick pads and shit. Like, bro, you can't look like a badass while wearing cats. It's impossible. Unless it's like a fucking lion, you're not gonna look badass.
No. Fuck them. Oh, you know, I got it. Yeah, I got an idea, pal. We're gonna turn Stardust into a weirdo. You know, Cody Rhodes! He's the son of Dusty Rhodes. Anybody who knows their wrestling history knows what Dusty Rhodes meant to the fucking territories. And they throw this motherfucker in makeup and make him Stardust Goldust Jr. Give me a fucking break. Oh, there's, you know, they come up with great ideas. Yeah, they were doing that back in the day with Mantar. Oh, he's a wildebeest. You know, Max Mooney he shoots stuff. You know, people make fun of fucking Shockmaster. Really look into your WWF history during the Next Generation. Come on, man. You don't have to buy this.
You got motherfucking Cody Rhodes. Yeah, you got Cody Rhodes coming out there looking like fucking Goldust had a baby with Barney and shit. Bullshit.
Yeah, hell yeah. Right out, as The Rock would say, right out of Barney the dinosaur's ass. I mean, come the fuck on, bro. I mean, seriously. All right. Anyway, shout out to all these great commenters. You know, right here we are in the middle of the day on Monday, and they're here fired up with us. Fucking love having you here. This shit is fun, man. Love doing these reviews. So we see Triple H and Stephanie backstage. Oh, yay! Penguin clap. And as the segment started, the crowd is chanting, "Let's go Cena. Let's go Cena!" And you hear, "Cena sucks! Fuck that motherfucker!" You didn't hear the "fuck that motherfucker." It's funny because with Mad Genius, as I was watching the triple threat match, I was like, they better not, bro.
They were just like fucking panicking.
I will turn my camera on the moment that shit ends. Fuck that. With not even a nap, I was gonna fucking blow the fucking roof off the place. But Triple H and Stephanie talk about Sting. Stephanie says Sting is in the McMahon's house. This is not WCW. Yeah, WCW getting twice the ratings back then that Raw is now. But anyway, and Triple H says he protects this house. Paul Heyman shows up and said he provided a solution to John Cena's champion when they had a problem with that. And the solution was Brock Lesnar. He says Brock will be the solution to the triple threat match. I'm paraphrasing. And Brock can be the solution to Sting as well. I don't think there's a single person out here who thinks that Brock Lesnar is going to wrestle Sting at Mania. You know, so. Yeah. Just a backstage segment. So we get to the Miz and Mizdow against the Usos. WWE Tag Team Championships. By the way, the Trashcension make the Usos look like RVD and fucking Sabu in comparison. Alright? Let's be straight here. So we've all seen these teams wrestle each other 37,842 times in the last couple months, but it was the same old routine. Babyface Mizdow is over. Heel Miz works the crowd, refuses to tag Mizdow in. Mizdow tries to help the Miz. There were some near false finishes. It must be awesome at that point, right? And the match definitely had its moments, but the Usos ultimately went over with a Jey Uso powerbomb into the Jimmy Uso top rope splash as the Usos retained the WWE Tag Team Championships, and really no surprise. I think a lot of us expected that. But I still like the Usos, MG. I know you don't, but...
Yeah, it finally happened. It finally happened with one of these motherfuckers not being able to get over the top rope, though.
Don't you like the way he improvised? He's like, "Oh shit, front foot plancha time." Yeah, like right.
Yeah. It finally happened, man. He didn't make it.
He didn't make
it. Almost killed himself.
And what Mad Genius is referencing is, I can't remember if it was Jay or Jimmy for the life of me, but one of them went to do the over-the-top rope, flying Uso Maggle, died, and got caught on the top rope, and he was about to pull an Undertaker, and you all know what I'm talking about with over-the-top rope dives. And he just improvised it into a front foot plancha, but maybe time to 86 that move, MG.
It's at the point where they're not even going over the top rope like vertically, like they're turning horizontally to get over the top rope now because they're having such a hard fucking time doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only you, man. Shoelace planchas are dangerous, people.
So if you're one that hates the Usos, and Mad Genius is here for you. If you're one that still somewhat finds enjoyment watching their matches, even though I agree they're redundant, I still think the guys have talent. You know, I still like them. I just think...
Oh, yeah, they're not the Ascension.
No, good Lord. Punch, stomp, trash. But with the Usos, it's kind of like a Biggie Langston and some of these other Cesaro. Well, not to Cesaro's level, but... in the sense where it's like you could use these guys so much better than you do. You know what I mean? I mean, these guys are not two jamokes. They get in there, and they've had some great tag team matches ever since they finally gave them a chance, you know. So
yeah, now they're the Cenas of the tag team division.
They do get, I do agree the booking can be a little ridiculous. I mean, they kicked out of everything, including the kitchen sink in this match. But I still am somewhat a fan of the Usos. I'm not like running around with my Uso crazy shirt on or anything like that. But they're all right. I mean, look at the family.
There's nobody wants a Uso crazy shirt.
No, I would never wear that. I mean, you walk into a store with that on, and someone will look at you. This motherfucker can't spell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm good. But I do appreciate their talent and think they could be used in a better capacity. But I know a lot of you think they're trash. But you want to see trash? I already told you who to look at. All right, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella against Paige and Natalya. This match was fucking horrid. There were botches galore. It was sloppy. It was boring as fuck. I didn't like it. Natalya and Paige were setting up a hot tag, but Brie pulls Paige off the apron. Nikki went over with a running forearm. What the fuck is she, Lex Luger? I mean, a running forearm? The fuck? I've been sick of the Bellas for a long time. Brie started to grow on me a little bit, but the WWE Divas division is better without them in the championship fold. You've had Nikki holding that belt hostage for way too fucking long, and I will take the NXT women's division over this bullshit any day of the week. They've ruined Paige. I'm sorry.
No, I agree. They've ruined Paige. They've ruined Natalya. The only thing of salient value out of this match were the numerous ass shots by the cameramen who did great work during this match. 5 out of 5 stars for the cameramen in this match. The match itself was fucking garbage. Like you said, there are botches everywhere. Obviously, we fucking hate the Bellas. We don't want to see them anywhere near the title or anywhere near any type of prominent storyline. They fucking suck. They can't cut a promo. They're terrible wrestlers. Brie was kind of plateaued. And then Nikki's just not that good. She tries to pull the John Cena type of thing where she just tries to add big moves to her moveset to make it look like she's a better wrestler when she's really not. So yeah, there you have it, man. These guys are just fucking terrible. Well, these ladies. Well, the Bellas.
Yeah.
Italian Paige. Thumbs up for me, just because of the ass shots. I mean, numerous ass shots in this match.
Well, basically what they did is they did their Fox News camera angles.
Yes, exactly.
Some of you may know what I'm talking about. Not saying anything negatively if you're a Fox News fan. That's a good thing, right? But yeah, yeah, fuck it. Let's just move on. Who cares, right? Oh my gosh, the Bellas won. So Roman Reigns, we get a series of quick promos. Reigns says he beat Kane's record for number of eliminations, and this year all that matters is winning the whole thing. Believe that. Oh, now that I say cool story, bro. Stardust and Goldust talked about some bullshit being written in the sky, the cosmic key, some of that bullshit as well, and whatever. Rusev and Lana. Rusev talked too much, Lana not enough. So that's my description of that promo.
I am willing to bet that Goldust and Stardust have had cosmic dick from the blue dude in the fucking Watchmen movie. I'm willing to put money on that at this point.
Oh, they use that as a playground. They climb all over that motherfucker, I mean.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Shit gets real.
Yeah. Miz and Sandow, Mizdow's parroting Miz. They both say that they're going to win the Rumble. Miz takes exception with that. I'm really getting sick of this thing. And Mizdow's like, yeah, that's what I said, that I will win. Yeah, okay, sure. We get a Big Show promo. He says something about Reigns trying to embarrass him. Tonight he'll annihilate the competition. And again,
hey, Big Show, nobody can embarrass you. You wear a fucking diaper, you dumbass.
Yeah, exactly. And I still want to know how he fell off that roof and lived. But,
yeah. And I still want to know why he keeps trying to sell us on him being this dominant force of nature in the Rumble when he's never won one. Fucking idiot. He's been in it for like 15 fucking years and has never won it.
Oh, but he throws a punch. That's his finisher. Yeah. He punches.
Same with Kane. Kane's been in it 16 years and he's never won it. And I'm supposed to buy him having a chance to win it at fucking 59 years old?
The devil's favorite corporate sellout demon. Whatever. So we get Fandango with Rosa, and he says his competition underestimates the tango. All right, at that point, fuck off. You know.
Hey, Rosa Mendez, though, man, she speak to me like that in Spanish. She don't get the dick.
But didn't she blow Michael Hayes?
I don't recall.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. But Daniel Bryan says he basically believes he can do what he did last year all over again by becoming the WWE World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania. Who wrote that promo? Well, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yes, we believe you. You know, we believe that. Fucking jamokes. So, all right. So now we get to what I would consider the highlight of the show. I say that with gritted teeth. Because I have to give credit where credit's due. With 2 moves with Cena here, which sucks. Fuck. Worst thing as a Cena hater is giving him credit. For anything other than weightlifting. So we get Cena against Rollins against Lesnar, WWE World Heavyweight Championship triple threat match. Fuck yeah. You know. So Cena gets shit on by the crowd immediately with boos. I mean, just fucking shit on. And they're like,
I love this reaction.
Oh, he held up the towel? Yeah.
Look at the crowd, and he's like, keep him coming, and then he like has this like constipated look on his face, and then he grabs the fucking towel and he stares at it.
He's like, I'm gonna be a good example. They're singing John Cena Sucks very loudly. But see, I'm not going to give up by my merchandise. Yeah, come on, you fucking loser. The crowd shitting on him. I mean, do I have to tell you that I loved that? And I was sitting there audibly laughing at it. But Rollins
great.
It was great. Rollins got a good pop. Brock got a huge fucking pop. And I'm like, yes, about fucking time. Welcome to the bandwagon. But the crowd was firmly behind Lesnar. You know why? Because he's a no-nonsense, ass-kicking son of a bitch. That's why people get behind Lesnar. Because he's a badass. Period. That has nothing to do with how many...
Oh, I forgot to call something out.
What's that?
The idiotic comment of the day on commentary.
Oh.
JBL said he was doing some research and he found out the Bella twins have been twins most of their lives.
Oh, he
I was like, really? I was like, what?
I was so dude. There were so many that I should have put in my notes because he had an off night. All right.
I was like, huh? What do you mean you found out they've been twins most of their lives? What? I can't believe this. I've been deceived.
Fuck yeah, motherfucker. But he had a bunch of them. Right? He had a bunch of them. I was so fucking preoccupied, like everyone else. Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, blah, blah. I'm just thinking, Cena cannot win. If that motherfucker walks out with the fucking title, you know. I mean,
I'm telling people, like, watch out, man. Don't watch the review of Cena wins. Your computers will literally catch on fire from versus friends.
Probably. And then, oh my gosh, when they went to their little kayfabe round table discussion and they were pumping up him trying to, you know, break Flair's record and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. No. Oh, fuck. But seeing Lesnar get the reaction he did for me as a fan of Lesnar was so damn refreshing because we get flack for being fans of Lesnar. You know, if you're a fan of anyone else, we try to, our messages, more power to you, my messages. And then it's like, oh, yeah, Lesnar, on his dick and blah, blah. No, I like him. Is that okay? You know, everyone has favorites and whatever. Dude's a motherfucking animal. you know. So the match starts. Here we go. I took some pretty detailed notes on this, so here we go. Sit back, relax, popcorn, whatever you're doing. The match starts with Lesnar just fucking shit up. He suplexes Cena twice, suplexes both Noble and Mercury at the same time, hit Rollins with a German, another German to Cena. I'm like, yeah, keep suplexing. We want, fuck 16, we want 32. You know, Heyman's facial expressions throughout the match, priceless. Priceless. Did you see before the match even started, he was just staring at Lesnar like, it's time.
He was on his game.
He was. Fucking Heyman's the man. The crowd was going just crazy for Lesnar's offense. Lesnar hit a vertical on Cena, and when he was throwing these vertical suplexes, he wasn't just hitting him with a vertical suplex. He's trying to throw them out of the ring.
Yeah, they were like snap vertical suplex throws.
Yeah, it was crazy. He hit a nasty German to Rollins. Rollins just decides, I'm going to turn sideways and take this the hard way. You know? What the fuck was that? Takes it on his shoulder. Hits another vertical on Cena. The crowd is chanting, let's go Lesnar. Wow. I did not expect that. He hits another vertical on Rollins. He's throwing these motherfuckers around, and I'm thinking, if they have Lesnar squash both Cena and Rollins, I'm going to be pissed off for Rollins, but a big part of me is going to be like, that's what I'm talking about, bro. You know? But the crowd starts chanting ECW at this point. Didn't really go with the match, but it did go with the guy outside the ring. You know. Lesnar puts Cena in a Kimura. Cena goes to power out, and I'm like, oh, come on. And Rollins jumped in the ring and hit. It was supposed to be both of them, but he cracked Lesnar with his shin.
Yeah.
Fuck, did you see that fucking contact, dude?
Yeah, that was a nice spot.
It really was. And Lesnar, did you see Lesnar just like sell it? You know, he just.
And here's the most underappreciated thing: as much as people hate Lesnar for Lesnar to do business, he puts over guys by the way he sells. He's always done this. He's always been a great seller, and he will put guys over with the way he sells. And I've always loved that about Lesnar.
Did you see him no-selling some Cena shit though?
Oh, of course.
I think that stems back to Raw when he hit the suplex on Cena and Cena just popped up and AA'd him. And I think Lesnar was like, well, no sell my shit, motherfucker.
I feel if there was ever a night where the AA looked weaker, find it for me because fucking 15 AAs got kicked out of tonight. So
for me, standing fireman's carry, at least Bobby Roode tries to turn it into a neck breaker, right? I hate that move. He stands up and drops him. Ooh.
Yeah, Cena could at least turn into like a Death Valley driver or something. Shit.
Something, yeah. So Cena and Rollins start double teaming Lesnar. Cena hits the AA on Lesnar, and of course Rollins makes the save and throws Cena out of the ring. Protection number 1. And by the way, Lesnar kicked out at 1, but you got the interference. I mean, there was so much protection in this match for Cena. It was incredible. Lesnar knees both guys in the gut, delivers a vertical suplex that sends Cena flying out of the ring. And I'm like, yeah, get the fuck out of the ring. You know, I mean, I was so I can't even fucking tell you, man. It was like WrestleMania 28. In WrestleMania 29, I half-heartedly knew it was coming. But then after the match, why is he fucking blowing his cock on the stage? You know, I get into these, man. Because to me, Cena never had the talent to be in that spot. As mad as people are about Reigns, I was that mad about Cena back then. To now. You know, so now you guys kind of know how I felt. Well, you see these people like, oh, come on, you didn't like it when he was Thugonomics? No! No! I can't say it enough. No! Wow. But anyway, Rollins hits a running dropkick on Lesnar outside the ring. Cena hits a running low drop kick, which is more suited for him. That's the first thing that came into mind. Like, yeah, that's the type of drop kick you should be throwing. Cena and Rollins get back to the ring. Cena hits his dumb shoulder blocks. Shoulder block. Sets up the 5 merchandise shuffle. Gets booed out of the fucking building. And to that, I'm going, yes, yes. You better not win. Yes, yes. Oh, gosh. He teases an STF, or as I call it, the RTF, the politically incorrect RTF. The retard. Crossface. But Rollins fights out of it. Cena once again with the side slam. He sets up the 5 merchandise shuffle. And then Brock saves the day from us having to watch that dumb. And he jumps in the ring and hits a German on Cena. Rollins sends Lesnar out of the ring with a running knee. Cena hits Rollins with a Michinoku driver for a 2 count? What? Okay, Cena. It looked good.
Yeah.
It looked good. There you go. The Michinoku driver by John Cena looked good. Okay. Credit where credit's due. Rollins hits Cena with a blockbuster, but Lesnar breaks up the count at 2. Lesnar sends Rollins out of the ring. Cena hits Lesnar with 3 clotheslines, and he finally goes down on the 3rd. I was hoping he would just straight no-sell that shit, but he didn't. I'm like, no-sell it, fucking no-sell. Rollins goes for a move. You see, we got spoiled with SummerSlam. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Way too spoiled.
Yeah. Rollins goes for a move off the top rope. Lesnar catches him, and he had to catch him. I mean, like, they were a little off target. He catches him and delivers the F5, but of course Cena breaks up the count at 2. Lesnar hits Cena with another German suplex, and then Lesnar clears off the announce table. You know, you guys know my issue with that, most of you. Gets back in the ring, and then Cena hits 3 AAs on Lesnar.
This is the moment where we start freaking out.
Oh, I was like, 2, 3. No! 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 Rollins, yes! You know? So Rollins jumps in the ring and pulls Cena off Lesnar. And then Rollins, you know, he throws him out of the ring, jumps back in the ring, and hits a curb stomp on Lesnar. And I was like, okay, if Rollins wins, I'm okay with that, but I didn't think it was going to happen. But Cena jumps in to make the save. Cena tackles Lesnar through the barricade next, which he took forwards instead of backwards with his back. The guy who had a lot of his intestines removed for diverticulitis, which I thought was an interesting way to take that. But, okay, cool spot. More credit to Lesnar than Cena. All he had to do was run up and, you know, act like he was tackling him. But Cena sends Lesnar into the ring stairs, which I think this is where he cut his shoulder. I can't remember if it was the left or right, but he had a cut on his shoulder. And Lesnar ends up on the announce table. Rollins hits Cena with a baseball slide drop kick. Of course, all of Cena's selling during the match was laughable, you know, including here. But then Rollins goes to the top rope, and I got to go there, MG, whether you like it or not. He goes to the top rope and he hits a nasty elbow drop off the top rope onto the announce table, a la CM Punk.
You mean Shawn Michaels?
Even you admitted CM Punk took it up another notch in his big match.
Shane McMahon.
I've got to bring up CM Punk, though, just to rib you up. I'm sorry. Yeah, Shane McMahon, too.
I don't know if this CM Punk is
yeah, exactly. That's probably well played on your part, actually, going that route. But Rollins, so Lesnar's laid out. Rollins gets a 2 count on Cena on a roll-up. He knew he was going to kick out. Another 2 count on a side kick. Cena hits a sit-out powerbomb for a 2 count. Move number 2 I'll give Cena credit for. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I start getting nervous at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give Cena credit there. His selling was still terrible. The rest of his moves suck, other than the Michinoku driver. His facial expressions, he looks more like a guy getting fucked in the ass than a guy selling. So I'll give him credit where credit's due though. The guy hit weights, hits the weights. He's good in the weight room, and he hit a good Michinoku driver and a good sit-out powerbomb. There you go. So, Rollins hits the running powerbomb in the opposite corner on Cena for a 2 count. He goes for the curb stomp. Cena counters it with his retard toe hold crossface. And did you see him call out that spot? It was fucking loud as fuck. Yep. I didn't rewind it to hear exactly what he said, but he's like, I'm like, holy shit, dude. Cena talks too much for you Botchamania fans. Where's Kane when you need him?
Oh my god.
Noble and Mercury jump in the ring to work over Cena, of course, because he would have won here too. Vince just has to make it look like Cena would have won if. But Rollins, Noble, and Mercury deliver a powerbomb all out the Shield to Cena for a 2 count. Surprise, surprise. He kicks out. Rollins goes to use the briefcase on Cena. Cena ducks. He backdrops Rollins out of the ring. He hits that stupid AA to both the security guys. And it looked like he may have hurt Mercury, like he didn't rotate enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. The walking botch. Cena, Mr. Self Powerbomb Hurricane Rana himself. But, anyways, Rollins jumps in the ring with a briefcase. Cena hits Rollins with an AA. And Rollins kicks out after a long 2 count. This entire time, Brock was doing his best John Cena by laying outside the ring with quote-unquote doctors checking on him, because usually Cena's the one doing that during these triple threat matches. So next we get an exchange of punches, I guess if you want to call those punches from Cena. Someone get him a fucking boxing coach. But, the crowd's firmly behind Rollins during this exchange of punches. Boo! Yeah. Boo! Yeah. Rollins hits Cena with a reverse back kick and enziguri. And of course, Cena kicks out of Rollins' curb stomp. Of course he does. Motherfucker. Seth Rollins goes to the top rope and hits a sick reverse 450 splash. What the fuck, dude? Wow!
Phoenix Splash, man. That was his old finisher in ROH.
He didn't hit it clean. He was a little short, but who fucking cares? You know what I mean? Come on, it was sick. And all of a sudden, Brock Lesnar jumps in the ring and hits both Rollins and Cena with German suplexes. He got broken ribs, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, he's just fresh. I didn't like the psychology there, but he hits Rollins with an overhead release, but Rollins lands on his feet and delivers a couple of briefcase shots to Lesnar's face. He sets up a Lesnar curb stomp on the briefcase, and we're like, oh my gosh, he's going to do this. Cena's going to pull him out, and he's going to pin Lesnar. But Lesnar catches him mid curb stomp and delivers an F5 for the 3 count and the win! Fuck Cena! Lesnar won! Yes! Yes, 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 yes! Yeah, 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 yeah! As Rusev would say. Come on! They protected the fuck out of Cena, of course. But thankfully enough, Brock Lesnar leaves Royal Rumble as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Thankfully. It was a great match. It was a great match, by the way. Go ahead.
It's just a point where me and Billy both threw our fucking computers.
Why's that?
We wanted to see the win so you could rant. Damn it!
I think I've done enough of those. Those are available.
We wanted the rant.
Yeah.
We wanted the rant of all rant.
There will be more. There will be more, guaranteed. But here was my thing. And there were a couple people like, why do you care so much? if Cena wins the championship, so what? No, no, it would have completely.
No, it would have been so what, like at number 3, but like at number 16, no, it's no longer so what. It's too many fucking times.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 1 was too many for me, but when you're talking about having to try to get excited for WrestleMania, where this Jamoke is in a main event championship match, no, it would completely fucking kill WrestleMania for me. It's more than just hating Cena. Well, I guess that plays into it, but I didn't want him in the WrestleMania main event. We'll get to that, talking about what ended up happening with that in a little bit. But him against Rusev, I sniffed that out almost a year ago. And I said to myself, if they feed Rusev to Cena, I'm not going to get mad. I don't see getting mad about it. It keeps Cena busy. It is still kind of frustrating in the sense that he'll be getting the top heel. I mean, Rusev still gets the most negative reaction, out of everybody. So he's still going to get the number 1 heel.
Well, not after the main event.
Yeah, he's not going to be in the main event.
He's the top babyface now. After the Rumble, the top babyface.
We'll get to that in a minute, yeah. Oh, we got some good shit to talk about there. But, like I said, I thought it was a good match. Rollins, to me, had the highlights of the match. He was the one that carried the match in my world. Even more than Lesnar. Cena, the third wheel. And Cena did hit 2 decent moves in the match in my book, which is way more than I usually see out of him. But, the man of the hour for me was Seth Rollins. I thought he took it to another level on that stage, and he just put on one fucking hellacious show. And he didn't shrink in this moment. He flourished. And I thought that this was a situation where even in losing, it elevated him because he was clearly the best performer in that ring. MG, I'm going to turn it over to you for a minute.
Seth Rollins, he rose the stock by a shitload. I even told Bruce this last night when we were messaging each other about it. I was like, man, Bruce hit me up and he was like, man, Seth Rollins took it to another level. I'm like, yeah, he rose the stock to a shitload with his performance. He got sick fucking air on that elbow drop through the table outside the ring. We already mentioned the Phoenix Splash, which was his old finisher back in his ROH days and his early FCW days. Cena was a little bit too far out. Plus, he might have not been able to get enough height on that shit because he's wearing leather fucking pants. But the move itself looks sick. If they ever decide to let him start using that shit as a finisher and turn him babyface, holy fuck, this guy's gonna get fucking over. And I've been saying it, you guys know it. I've been saying it for the longest. Seth Rollins should be one of the top baby faces, man. Dude can get over with the way he wrestles. He's not a bad talker either, which definitely helps his case. Lesnar was a beast during this match, obviously. Cena had some nice moves in this match. It was a damn good match. Damn good match. Best match on the show, obviously. Question to me, and I'll point this out now, how they were talking about Lesnar's, ribs being broken. I don't know if that's legit or if it's kayfabe, but look for that to play a part into the whole feud with the guy who won the Rumble. Obviously, the rib area, midsection. It's going to play a prominent role, I guess, down the road. But yeah, I'm disappointed Cena won. Yeah, because I wanted to see Bruce's rant so badly. Logically speaking, I'm fine with Brock winning, but I wanted to see Bruce's rant. So that's the part that sucks to me. Seth Rollins, man, they're ruining the guy, man. Every time he gets a chance to go out there and put on a fucking show, he does it. I mean, his first fucking match on the main roster was that TLC match a couple of years ago where he took that dive, took that bump off the ladder through those fucking tables. He He gets in the Shield versus the Evolution feud. He's diving off of every fucking thing. He elevates his game in the big moments, and that's something I've always noticed with Rollins throughout his career. It's not gonna. Well, it's going to continue because he's just that type of dude. You know, the outcomes, all of this though, I don't think I'm gonna like what happens with either three guys going forward. Obviously, with the main event at WrestleMania and Brock Lesnar, I don't like who he's facing. Nothing against Brock. Seth Rollins will, undoubtedly be pushed down the card, and then John Cena will still be a focal point of the shows because Brock's not going to be there every week. So, yeah, things could have been better, but fucking awesome match. Got to give credit where credit is due to Cena. He has some nice spots in there. Fucking Seth Rollins hit a fucking Shinsuke Nakamura boom haye on fucking Brock Lesnar in the match too. I saw that. Is there anything else that I'm missing outside of he decided to take the German suplex on the shoulder instead of on his back. Really fucked himself up. Even commentary kept replaying it to show how bad it was. Yeah, but I think that's pretty much about it in terms of that match. But yeah, definitely good match. At this point in the show, I'm really just not really into the show, just simply because, look at the first 4 matches you had on the show. You really don't give a fuck about them, and then look at what happens when you get to this match, and obviously Lesnar wins, and then it's like, well, let's get ready for the main event because this isn't predictable. This is gonna fucking suck. Honestly, the build for WrestleMania this year is going to be terrible. If you just look at what they're setting up, the build for WrestleMania is not gonna be that good, man. There's just a lot of fucking feuds that I just don't really care about or care to see. Just a lot of bullshit that WWE's doing. You think they would listen to their fans. And the word going around is that Vince is not changing. So, good luck with that Roman Reigns thing. Good luck with that Cena thing. Daniel Bryan will undoubtedly be the opening match on WrestleMania somehow, and that'll be the last you see of him on Mania. But it's just fucking frustrating, man. And if you don't know by now, I did cancel my network subscription, and a lot of people are canceling the network subscription because of this show, and Vince still doesn't get it. He still does not understand it. Okay, now they're starting to hit Vince in his pockets, and I believe, stock took a hit. Network subscriptions are taking a huge hit. This guy still doesn't get it. He's trying to tell you what you have to want and what you have to like. And then what happens is fans, they keep putting money in the guy's pockets, and they keep shitting on themselves by doing that because Vince is not going to change that way. Hell, I know the NXT special is coming up. I know it's coming up, and I still canceled. Why? Because I don't want to give this company another dime. And the only reason the only time I logged onto the network was to watch the pay-per-views or NXT. I didn't use it. So it's if you really want to force change, hit him in his pockets, i.e. the network. Those network buys drop.
I've got something for that here in a minute that I think is very imperative for people to understand with this whole canceling the subscription and whatever. I've got something that I think is of grave importance with making that work. Because, okay, it's cool in the moment, but...
Yeah, what do you do when Wednesday rolls around and NXT's on?
And I'm sorry I had to step away and return a phone call for a minute there, but Yeah, let's get into the Royal Rumble match. According to my notes, I didn't double check these. I just went off what I saw. Your order of entry for the Rumble was Miz, R-Truth, Bubba Ray Dudley, Luke Harper, which, man, I wish he was Bully Ray, but Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt, Curtis Axel, which is an interesting one we're going to talk about, the Boogeyman, yes, the Boogeyman, Sin Cara, Zack Ryder, woo woo woo, you know it, Daniel Bryan, Fandango, Tyson Kidd, Stardust, DDP, Rusev.
Holy shit, DDP killed fucking Cody Rhodes.
Yes. Rusev with Lana, his better half. Goldust, Kofi Kingston, Adam Estrogen, bitch. Roman Reigns, Biggie Langston, Damian Mizdow, Jack Swagger, Ryback, Kane, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Biggie Langston, Damian Mizdow, Jack Swagger, Ryback, Kane, Dean Ambrose, Titus O'Neil, Wade Bad News Barrett, Cesaro, The Big Show, and Dolph Ziggler was number 30. In your order of elimination was Miz by Bubba Ray, R-Truth by Bubba Ray by Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper by Bray Wyatt, The Boogeyman by Bray Wyatt, Sin Cara by Bray Wyatt, Zack Ryder by Bray Wyatt, Tyson Kidd by Daniel Bryan, DDP by Rusev, Fandango by Rusev, Daniel Bryan by Bray Wyatt, and we're going to go into more details here in a minute. Adam Estrogen by Rusev, Kofi Kingston by Rusev, Goldust by Roman Reigns, Stardust by Roman Reigns, Mizdow by Damian Mizdow by Rusev, Titus O'Neil by Roman Reigns and Ambrose, Biggie Langston by Rusev, Ryback by Big Show and Kane, Jack Swagger by Big Show, Bad News Barrett by Ziggler, Cesaro by Ziggler, then Ziggler by Kane and Big Show, Bray Wyatt by Kane and Big Show, Dean Ambrose by Kane and Big Show by Roman Reigns, Kane by Roman Reigns, and Rusev by Roman Reigns, and we're still waiting for Curtis Axel to be eliminated. Like 9-10 hours later, yeah. No, here's some notes from the match. Okay, so Bubba Ray got a massive pop, which produced some ECW chants. Him and R-Truth did the What's Up spot, hit a 3D, and eliminated The Miz. Bubba eliminated R-Truth. The showdown between Bubba Ray Dudley and Luke Harper was decent. When Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper were double-teaming Bubba, the crowd was chanting, "We won Devon," which you never got. You got a lot of things you wanted you didn't get. The part where Eric Rowan came out to attack Curtis Axel so he could get in the ring with Harper and Wyatt was cool at the time, but I thought they never finalized that thing with Axel. You know, I guess he wasn't, him or Rowan were never official entries, but Axel was supposed to be. You know, they never filled that gap. Rowan went to eliminate Harper, but Wyatt threw Rowan over the top rope, which took Harper out too. The dynamic of the Boogeyman coming out to square off with Bray Wyatt was pretty cool, even though Bray Wyatt quickly eliminated him. I thought they could get more out of that than they did. When Bray Wyatt eliminated Sin Cara, you realized that they were, giving him some really strong booking here in the Rumble. Bray grabbed the mic. What's that?
I said, that, and then plus the Boogeyman thing, and yeah, they're building him up for somebody.
Yeah, I wonder who. The dead man, yeah. Bray grabbed the mic and says, "I hope everyone in the back has got the message. This is Bray Wyatt's year." He started singing, "He's got the whole world in his hands," which the crowd, of course, did the sing-along with him. When Zack Ryder came out to good pop, I said to myself, I've never been on this bandwagon. I don't get the Zack Ryder thing. But he was taken out pretty quickly by Bray Wyatt. But, man, when Daniel Bryan came out at number 10, the roof came off the fucking place. I mean, it just came off the place. When he was working over Bray Wyatt, the entire arena was hanging on his every single move that he hit. I like the spot in the match where Daniel Bryan and Tyson Kidd briefly worked against each other. Those guys, if given good creative and a significant spot, could work a five-star match together. I have no doubts. With their eyes closed, you could blindfold them like Rick Martel and Jake the Snake, and I think they'd put on a 5-star match. But when Stardust came out, it was a massive reminder to me that fans really don't care about these wrestlers due to the way that the WWE lacks consistent character development, because it was like, oh, Stardust, yeah. Anyways, I just want to thank Philly. I want to thank all the fans in attendance as a fan of wrestling for popping when DDP came out. He's one of the most underrated top stars of all time. He was one of the biggest baby faces in the 90s, especially the late 90s, of course. And he's one of the most underrated stars of all time. I loved the reaction the crowd gave when he hit the diamond cutter on Stardust. Like you said, it was sick. Huge pop. He got another big pop for his diamond cutter to Fandango. The only thing good about Fandango is Rosa. But and then when he hit the diamond cutter on Bray Wyatt, this dude had the crowd in the palm of his hands. And I was thinking, it is time for Randy Orton. Yeah, let's go! Yeah. Yes! Diamond cutter against RKO. Let's do it! Never happened. But when Rusev hit the ring, he immediately eliminated DDP and Fandango. And I was kind of like, well, the air went out of that balloon. The stare down between Rusev and Bray was pretty cool. And then you had Daniel Bryan drop kick both of them with the, I guess you called it a missile drop kick, but and then roundhouse kicking them. That was pretty cool. But when Bray Wyatt eliminated Daniel Bryan, go back and look at that and just look at the faces in the crowd. Just look at the faces in the crowd. That told me right there, shit is about to fucking go down. I mean, what a cheap way of eliminating Daniel Bryan. It's just a cheap-ass fucking way to stick it to these fans who bought tickets, bought the network, support the company, and they're fans of this guy. And for the record, for those of you new to our videos, I don't consider myself a Daniel Bryan fan. Like Mad Genius, he's been a fan of him since he was Bryan Danielson. I think he's alright, you know, he's a good worker, a really good worker. But I'm not by any means some big Daniel Bryan fan. I'm not sitting here pounding the pavement for the guy, but what I've pounded the pavement for is giving people what they want. You know, for me, Daniel Bryan, he's a smaller guy, and, you know, him as a face of a company is a little far-fetched to me, unfortunately, because of his size. But, I mean, he's a great worker. He gets it done. It worked at WrestleMania 30. So who am I to sit here and question that? And this is who the fans want. The least you could do, in my opinion, from a WWE standpoint, the very least, was to make it look like Daniel Bryan was doing his thing and it took an absolute Herculean effort to get him out of that ring, and he just gets pushed off the apron. Now, they may have been going for this reaction with him to kind of galvanize his support. Are they that smart to do that? I don't know. They, you know, benefit of the doubt, maybe. But at least let him show some heart. Give him some fucking character protection. I mean, he just gets pushed off. Come on, that was absolute fucking bullshit. All right, before we even move on, I want to stop there so Mad Genius and I can talk about this. Here you have the most over guy in the company. Folks, this is the most beloved dude that they have. And he literally was in and out of the Rumble. You go through these great lengths on SmackDown, which I cover SmackDown on BlitzSportsNetwork.com. But you go through these great lengths. You have this match for him to get in. He gets in. He comes out. I mean, biggest pops of the night, and he just gets pushed off the apron. Are you fucking kidding me? That's how you repay your fans? That's what's best for business? Clearly not. Based on the canceled WWE Network trend that went #1 worldwide. In fact, let me go on Twitter right now. Let's look at the top trends and see if it's still there. Yep, second trend in the United States right now. There you've got Snowmageddon 2015 because of the crazy nor'eastern snowstorm. And the #2 trend right now is #canceled WWE Network. Right now. We're talking about actually over 12 hours since or close to 12 hours since the pay-per-view ended. Let's go to worldwide trends and see if that holds up worldwide. Okay, so that's trending in the United States. It is not trending worldwide according to my Twitter. But it's trending #2 in the United States right now, half a day after it happened. And that's what people are so fucking pissed about, is the fact that Daniel Bryan got taken out of that Rumble the way he did. This is not a situation where the guy went in there in a Super Bowl or in an NFL playoff game or an NBA playoff series or a UFC fight or whatever and just didn't perform. This is their storyline where they shit on the guy. And then to hear these rumors about Vince being defiant over this, they don't fucking care what you think. They don't care what you think. And to me, let him try to pull this off. Let him try to pull this off. Because it could be the straw that breaks the camel's back, and the other individuals investing in the WWE may ask this dude to step down. But I will say this. If you are one, I can't cancel the network. I cover every WWE pay-per-view. I cover NXT. I need the network to continue doing the freelance journalism that I do here on YouTube and here on that website. I can't. I mean, I guess I could, but then I'd have to stop covering it because I'm not doing illegal streams and all that other shit. So, if you are one that subscribes to that notion of canceling, don't fucking bend. And what it's going to take is a sustained backlash. A 24-hour backlash is one thing. They're hoping that it dies down. A 24-hour backlash isn't going to do shit. And there's a lot of people talking about canceling, and let's just call a spade here. There's a lot of people who never had it. They just do illegal streams anyways. There's a lot of people who said they canceled but didn't. Inherently, of course, that kind of thing is going to go on. They're publicly lashing out, but that's the thing about the WWE Network now, is before you could say, yeah, I'm going to try to affect the ratings, and we weren't going to affect shit. But if enough people, this company, this business model that they operate within is contingent upon the success or lack of success for the network. So you have to be steadfast in that. If you're serious about it, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you to unsubscribe from the network. I'm not telling you to subscribe or whatever. I'm just saying if that's your goal, you've got to be staunch in this. It can't be a 24-hour thing. It can't be a one-week thing. It's got to be a thing where you really follow through until you get what you want. And Daniel Bryan's only half of the problem here. We'll get to the other problem in a little bit. But MG, you're the big Daniel Bryan fan on this panel. You know me, I'm a mild Daniel Bryan fan. I respect his in-ring work. I respect his track record. I respect the way he's paid his dues. I think he's a damn good wrestler. Do I think he's the prototypical face of a wrestling company? No. But that's just me. And I understand why people like him. He's relatable, things of that nature. But I completely am I'm on board with you when I say that if that's what the people want, I mean, Daniel Bryan, first of all, Daniel Bryan can't win every match. That's unrealistic. But the blatant lack of good sound creative behind the way he went out of this match is, to me, undefensible when he's that popular. It's indefensible. You can't defend it in my world. Maybe someone's got a good way of defending it. I can't. I can't come up with a defense for it because someone that popular, you know, you've got to do better than that. And what these people wanted is they wanted Daniel Bryan to win. So how do you rationalize him not winning in the minds of the viewers? You have Bray Wyatt push him off the apron? That's fucking bullshit, and that was dumb. And by the way, some of these websites covering this situation and all the publicity they're getting, they actually like. Because to them, any publicity is good publicity for the most part. So there's a catch-22 with this whole backlash. And they're going to have more people tune in just to see the way they respond. If there is a Raw with this whole snowstorm. But I got to tell you, MG, that I think they fucked up big time here. And as soon as he went out, the unrest in that arena was prevalent, bro. You could just, the shit storm was a brewing, my friend.
Yeah, and it is not, I mean, for me personally, it was Brian wins or nothing, but it's not that way for everybody. Some people just don't like the way he gets treated. You know, you go back to WrestleMania 28 when he lost to Sheamus. He lost the title to Sheamus. People weren't upset at the fact he lost the title. It's how he lost the title. The whole 18 seconds bullshit. And then you go and pull this shit again, and you make him look like a complete schmuck. You make him look like a jobber in that sense. You know, I've never seen a company so defiant to not listen to 80% of their fan base. As a company that is in the business of providing to consumers, if 80% of the people are not happy with what the fuck you're doing, why in the fuck would you go against it? Who in their right mind does that? Who? Please tell me. I wish I could find out, because if 80% of people hated fucking Big Macs, McDonald's would stop selling them.
How many of you viewers have ever seen, have you seen The Apprentice, MG? Have you seen an episode or two, even just an episode?
Yeah.
All right, because you imagine, you know, on The Apprentice with Donald Trump. Donald Trump, polarizing individual, some people like him, some don't, but let's face it, let's look at it this way, a very successful businessman. And on The Apprentice, could you imagine him giving a team assignment, and at the end, one of the teams massively fail, and they come into the boardroom. You've got Ivanka Trump. You've got his son, right? And they're sitting there. What do you think went wrong? Well, I don't know. Yeah. And then Ivanka Trump goes, they wanted Daniel Bryan, and they gave him Roman Reigns instead. You gave him Roman Reigns when you knew that the people wanted Daniel Bryan. You're fired. Right? Like right on the spot. That's all it would take. Anyone with half a business sense. Give the fucking people what they want. Well, what I like to see in a perfect world, you know, a guy that falls out of the mold of past champions that we revere, right? But at the same time, times are changing. What people want is different now. You simply can't. I mean, they're telling you what they want. I mean, how much they're laying it out for you. You simply can't already know what people want and then say, no, fuck you, we're going to fucking stick it to you, and he's going to get eliminated within a couple minutes. That's asinine. And just like last year, people freaking out when he wasn't even in the Rumble, you got Rey Mysterio booed last year. You're not doing something right. Rey Mysterio was like the Teflon man to getting booed. They need to wake the fuck up, MG. They need to wake the fuck. That was not very savvy.
Well, the problem is the fucking fans. You show up and you give them your money to boo the fact that they're not booking Daniel Bryan right. How about you just stop fucking giving them your money? That's the problem in the first place. Because if you're going to show up to boo how they're using Daniel Bryan as a company, what the fuck do you think they're going to continue to do? Whatever it takes to get you in that arena and spend money. Stop giving your money to these fucking dumbasses. If you're going to cancel the network, cancel it. Don't go back on it. Me, Bruce knows, I would love to be able to watch the next NXT special live. Bruce knows this. I would. If there is anybody that Bruce knows that would want to watch that NXT special, it's me. And I canceled without even thinking about that.
And he told me he's going to lean on me for NXT. Okay. All right.
But it's just the fact of the matter that enough is enough. Enough is enough. Like, at this point, I probably won't even watch Fastlane because I don't have the network and I'm not giving them my fucking money. I probably won't watch WrestleMania, once again, because I'm not giving them my fucking money to watch a guy that I don't want to see in the main event and a guy like Daniel Bryan who I want to see in the top spot right now. And this goes far beyond me being a fan of Daniel Bryan. This goes about doing the right thing. This is about doing the right thing and doing what your fans want you to fucking do for once. 10 fucking years! It's been John Cena. 10 years of rejecting this piece of fucking shit. And now they're doing it with Roman Reigns. And if you like Roman Reigns, this is of no offense to you, but to have a guy who I don't like as a wrestler and who I now don't like as a person because of the shitty-ass fucking piece of shit comments he made, to see him as the top guy, I will never root for this guy. Ever. Roman Reigns will never draw a single fucking dime out of me. I promise you that for a lifetime. Because you have a guy who shits on people and says people hate their own lives because they don't like him? Are you fucking kidding me? We hate our lives because we don't like you? Excuse me, Mr. Roman Reigns, you're not even that important to most people. Nobody knows who the fuck you are outside of wrestling. You're not some huge megastar. Hell, 80% of the people who actually watch wrestling don't like you. So who the fuck is this dude talking to? But then, next month, he's going to want us to buy the network to put money in his pockets. He's going to want us to buy t-shirts. And then when WrestleMania comes up, he's going to want us to buy all his 8 fucking fruity colored t-shirts and buy that little stupid-ass jacking off glove that they're starting to sell. But we can't have Daniel Bryan, right? Because apparently it's redundant. Even though we never got the true title reign that we wanted. We can't have Daniel Bryan, even though he cuts a better promo than Roman Reigns, even though he's a better wrestler than Roman Reigns. Every single thing you can point out outside of the look, Daniel Bryan has Roman Reigns beat in. And I'm sorry, if the look is the only thing you can sell me on when it comes to Roman Reigns, you got fucking sugar in your tank. Because to sit here and say this guy looks this way, and that's the only reason he deserves this spot, tells me you're looking at him for aesthetic reasons, and you probably like a little dick in your ass. Because when you watch fucking other combat sports, nobody's sitting there. Well, I mean, sometimes this guy looks like a beast, but most of the time, we judge fighters on how they perform. That is how we judge a fighter. That is what makes a fighter great. And everybody sits here and they say they want something realistic. And you're going to sit here and tell me Daniel Bryan doesn't look realistic when you got this fucking earring wearing assless chaps motherfucker Shawn Michaels being so fucking cheered for and celebrated. And it's well known Shawn can't fight to save his fucking life. But he's more believable than Daniel Bryan. You have fucking Undertaker shooting lightning bolts from out of his fucking ass crack, and he's portraying a zombie, but his character's more, believable than Daniel Bryan's because zombies are real. Kane, fire-breathing demon, shooting fires and flames out of his fucking hands, but he's more believable, right? His character's more believable, right? So don't sit here and tell me you want something more believable than Daniel Bryan when you got these motherfuckers who don't look like they can hurt a fly. Because I guarantee you, if Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns got into a real fight, Bryan would probably kick his ass. Dude's been training MMA for a long fucking time. I guarantee you he takes Roman Reigns down and chokes his ass out or taps him out.
And if I could interject, we've all seen Cena throw punches.
Oh, fuck, don't get me started. Cena's the whole root of everything that has started. And it's given Vince McMahon this big brilliant idea to just shove motherfuckers down your throat that you don't like. You know why? Because people still put money in a fucking company. Stop giving them money. It's plain and simple. Hit them in the pockets. You giving them money and showing up to the crowds. Fuck you, Cena. Cena sucks. You're not doing shit. Because they're going to keep throwing them out there. If you're going to buy tickets, then show up. What change are you making? Why, if I'm WWE, why the fuck would I change what I'm doing if fans are giving me money just to boo what they don't like? Nobody goes to a rap concert to boo the artist because they paid money to see something they want to see.
I'm going to jump the gun on this one because we haven't got to that point of the match yet, but let's put it to you this way. A guy who's talked trash about America and his valet, whatever you think about her looks-wise or not, but they've talked trash about the United States and in a place that a lot of people attribute to being the birthplace of the United States, Philly. They were chanting for "We want Rusev."
And they're going to shove Roman Reigns down your throat, and you're still going to put money in it. I guarantee you people still buy WrestleMania.
And this
I guarantee you.
Said when I was talking about in these reviews, I said if you are a Roman Reigns fan, which he's got his fans, I said if you are a Roman Reigns fan, and I tried to keep an open mind with it, but I said if you are a Roman Reigns fan, it's too soon. Do you want to see him get Batista'd?
That's the whole reason they got rid of Daniel Bryan so early, to avoid that. That's a lot worse, in all honesty. Because, like I said, I've said this numerous times, with Daniel Bryan, it's beyond how they treat him. It's beyond how his character. It's beyond his character at this point. It's how they treat Daniel Bryan that pisses people off. The 18 seconds at WrestleMania, it's not because of his character that people were mad. It's because he's Daniel fucking Bryan and he didn't deserve that. You know, him getting his title reign last year when it obviously the guy that the fans wanted. They weren't booing for his character. They were booing because he deserved that spot. They felt like he deserved that spot. This is going way beyond storylines when it comes to this Daniel Bryan thing, and WWE still doesn't understand that. And people who don't like Daniel Bryan don't understand that. It's not about character and storylines. It's about the guy who we feel like deserves this right now. If you're not a fan of Daniel Bryan, I understand that. But at the same time, you have to know that as a business, you put the guy that the majority of the fans want out there. And if you listen to these fucking crowds on a week-by-week basis, the guy misses 8 months and hasn't skipped a beat with the fans. The guy's been over for 3-4 fucking years. And he can't get one run. He can't get one fucking run.
And when he came back, Because for me, it's like, oh, Reigns is going to replace Cena. Let's go. But then when Daniel Bryan came back, plans changed. There was obviously another option that fans wanted. And when you don't go with that, you got to deal with what they're dealing with. You know, it's pretty simple.
So don't fucking budge on this shit. If you want Daniel Bryan, let it be known. But don't buy fucking tickets to this show to let it be known. Because you're putting money in their pockets, and that's not going to hurt them. You got to hit any time. Look, when it comes to business, you got to hit companies where it hurts, and that's in their pockets. That is in their pockets. Let the network subscriptions drop 150,000 people. Then we're talking about making an impact. The people still showing up to cheer or boo, you're not doing shit. You're not doing shit. I haven't been to years. It's been a long fucking time. You know why? Because I'm not putting that much money in their pockets to go to a show to watch something I don't like. Now, in terms of a lot of the shit, like the pay-per-views, obviously I don't like the WWE. I would rather not watch it. I do it so I watch it so I can do these reviews. And so I can make YouTube videos and videos on Bliss Sports Network to cover this shit and give my analysis and my opinion on that. And I appreciate you guys wanting to hear my analysis and opinion on a lot of this wrestling stuff. But it's not like I'm watching WWE because I want to. Let's just make that very clear. If I wasn't covering it, I wouldn't watch it. I would not. NXT, yeah, maybe, but I would have to find alternate means of watching it because I don't want to give WWE my money anymore. I'm not. No, I refuse. I absolutely refuse. So if I have to miss Fastlane, if I have to miss Mania, if I got to miss the NXT special, so be it. So be it. That's the price. That's the price you pay to get what you want. You know, why are we the ones suffering, but nobody wants to make the WWE suffer for what they've given you? And then you see people out here talking about all these people canceling their subscriptions. You know, you're taking money out of the wrestlers' pockets. I understand that. But at the same time, as a consumer, anytime you don't like a product, you don't put money into it because they're not doing anything to earn your money. This is why so many people are broke these days. They just throw money around. What are people or things doing to earn your money? Like, Lil Wayne's fucking garbage. I'm not going to go buy his CD knowing that he's garbage and then get upset that the CD was garbage. No, you knew what you were buying beforehand. So why are you upset that you willingly and stupidly spent your money on something you know you weren't going to like? It makes zero sense. Zero. It's just like fucking Ryan Reynolds in superhero movies. I would never watch another Ryan Reynolds superhero movie. Ever. I didn't like the Green Lantern. I didn't like his role in the original Wolverine movie. Now he's going to be doing the Deadpool movie in the next Green Lantern movie. You know what? I'm not going to see him. Green Lantern is my favorite superhero of all time. I have a Green Lantern tattoo. But I am not going to give an actor my money who I know I have such a strong dislike for when it comes to his role in superhero movie. Even with Blade, R.I.P.D. I don't like watching the guy act in superhero movies. So I'm not giving him my fucking money. Plain and simple. Put your money where your mouth is. It's to death. It is my favorite promotion of all time. And you know what I do? That I support them. I buy DVDs. I buy t-shirts. You see me in fucking ROH t-shirts on Twitter all the fucking times I have. If you could see my collection of DVDs, it's fucking huge. I even posted my online fucking my online order history, my ROH order history in a picture just over a 2 month span of how much shit I ordered from ROH over the summer. I put my money where I feel like the people deserve it. And yeah, I understand wrestling's a tough business, and these guys deserve to be paid well because they go out there and wrestle. But that doesn't mean they deserve your money just because they go out there and wrestle. They deserve your money if they entertain you. It's an entertainment business. They want to call themselves entertainment. Well, in the entertainment business, if something's not entertaining, the people don't buy it. Plain and simple. I don't understand for the life of me. You hate the fucking TV show, but you won't stop watching. And then you say, I'm not giving them my rating, but I'm still going to watch it on the stream just to be visibly pissed off and know I don't like this shit. They're not getting my money, so I'm not buying the pay-per-view, but I'm still going to stream it. Why are you so hooked on this shit? I'm not even a fan of TNA or Lucha Underground, but at least they're different options. I'm not saying you have to be a fan of them, but shit, give them a try. If you like it, you like it. I'm nobody to tell you what to like and what not to like. If you like something, then you like it. Like I said, I don't like Lucha Underground. I don't like TNA. Bruce likes TNA. I personally don't. There's some things they do that are nice, but as an overall thing, I don't like TNA. But Bruce doesn't try to force me to like TNA. I don't try to force Bruce not to like TNA. But here's the thing. When we feel like something is worth the money, we'll lay the money down. Plain and simple. If something's worth it, lay the money down. New Japan, they got their own streaming service like the WWE Network. The day they announced it, they announced it at like 2 o'clock a.m. our time. Within the hour, I had the network for New Japan. I bought the Wrestle Kingdom pay-per-view. ROH, I've bought both times they've been on regular pay-per-view. Best in the World and fucking Final Battle. I've bought the regular pay-per-view and I bought the iPay-per-view one. Because I want to support the company I feel like deserves the money. The company that has put blood, sweat, and tears into this business, that has created so many stars that you people cheer for on mainstream wrestling now. Because I support what ROH stands for. They stand for wrestling. Don't put your money behind something you don't support. If you hate a fucking sports team, you're not going to put money in that sports team's pocket. I hate the fucking Celtics. You will never see me own a Celtics jersey. I hate Ohio State. You will never see me own a Buckeyes jersey. If you're a fan of a sports team, you don't go buy a rival enemy. You don't go buy a rival team's jersey. Shit makes no sense. So why are you buying and putting money into a product that you hate so much? And I literally all day long, and this is, I'm not trying to shit on anybody who follows us or interacts with us, but all day long, all I get is people telling me how much they hate the WWE. If you could see the hundreds and thousands of tweets that I get every day about how much people hate the WWE, but they all still watch, and they all still buy the network, or they all still stream it. They can't take their eyes away from it. Why? Why is that? Why is that? You say some people say they watch it just to be entertained or be able to keep up with what we do on the reviews. Trust me, Bruce takes detailed enough notes to be able to tell you what the fuck is happening. And if you watch it just to get laughs out of that shit, I'm pretty damn sure you could watch something else and get a better laugh and spend your time more wisely. No, just saying. That's just me. You know, YouTube is a great platform with many of videos out there. Spend those 3 hours watching, fucking Botchamanias or other wrestling matches, or watching fucking movies on Netflix or something. You know, Netflix, amazing service. I have no problem with giving them my money. If Netflix ever did something that I was completely just distraught with, I'd cancel. Once again, like 80%, just listen to the crowds. Like 80 to 90% of these people want Daniel Bryan. And they're going to give you Roman Reigns. And when you get to the point where you have motherfucking fans chanting, we want Rusev, who is probably the second biggest heel on your roster in terms of how you push him. Want him to win the Rumble instead of your top future babyface who you're shoving down everybody's throats. And Vince McMahon's still sitting here like, nope, I'm not going to change. Damn, Bryan, things redundant. We're rolling with Roman Reigns. He's got the look. But that makes sense business-wise. That makes sense business-wise. Look, I wasn't even necessarily a fan of the Warrior as a wrestler. Warrior outside of wrestling, fucking awesome guy. But as a wrestler, was never really a fan of the Warrior. But you know what? When his time came, they gave it to him. When Austin's time came, yeah, they had to force his hands a little bit, but when it came, they gave it to him. Barack, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, all these guys got their opportunity. And sometimes in wrestling, you got to have a company willing to give guys the opportunity. And this has been a thing with WWE. This is one of the reasons they don't have big stars. They don't give guys the opportunity to grow into the big stars. They shove a guy down your throat and they try to force you to like somebody. And honestly, this is a no offense to the legends who come back and do matches, but I'm tired of it. I am absolutely tired of it. And it's not their fault because obviously they're legends. They've paid their dues. But I'm tired of it because I'm tired of watching WWE not give other guys a chance to be in those roles. They're too dependent on these older guys. I mean, yeah, these guys come back and give us awesome matches like the Undertakers and the Rocks and the Shawn Michaels, and hell, even Brock Lesnar decided to come back. And as awesome as Brock Lesnar is, part of me does not like it because it's WWE not giving these other guys opportunity. I'm not mad at the talent, though. Let's get that straight. I'm not mad at the talent for coming back. Get your money, go out there and entertain the fans. That's what you want to do. But I am mad at the WWE because you can't sit here and all of these fucking dick suckers, Chris Jericho being one of them, and Lance fucking Storm, who I can't fucking stand. And Chris Jericho, I'm done with Chris Jericho. I'm done with Jim Ross. All of the bullshit they've been saying, I'm done with them. But you can't sit here and tell me, and especially Vince McMahon, you gotta grab the brass rings. How are you supposed to grab the brass rings if they're locked in a fucking safe? You don't even put the key out there and let guys compete to grab the key to the goddamn safe. You swallowed the key. How can guys truly get that opportunity or show you what they have if you won't allow them? This is why NXT is so great. Because the guys we want to see, we're seeing. The guys we want in prominent roles, they are the focal points of the shows. This is why everybody loves Triple H right now. I mean, hell, Daniel Bryan literally just came out and said that at WrestleMania last year, Triple H wanted it to be Triple H versus Bryan all along. And Vince was stuck on the idea of doing Triple H versus CM Punk. This shit is all starting to add up, ain't it? Because I find it real interesting and real coincidental that nobody shits on Triple H except the people who hated him as a wrestler or the wrestlers who wrestled him back when he was an active wrestler. But Triple H outside of the wrestler is just a backstage guy. Everybody loves him except CM Punk. I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about him. Even the guys who've gotten fired love Triple H. Think he has a great mind for the business. Think he actually cares about the talent. Thinks he actually wants to do the right thing. But the one constant throughout the history of this business is Vince McMahon has been shitted on by talent. Fired. Don't like him. And this is the guy you have running your company. And the bad part about it is he owns so much of the voting shares that you can't have a corporate takeover. He owns 51% of the overall stock and like 81% of the voting shares. He still has so much fucking power over the company that we can sit here and talk about a corporate takeover all we fucking want, but it ain't shit they can do until he decides to step down. And we all know that ain't no time fucking soon. So like I said, stop giving them your money. Plain and simple. Stop giving them your money. You hit them in the pockets, you know what's going to happen? They're going to scramble. And they're going to hit the panic button. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to do what the fans want because that's what the fans are going to spend money on. And all of a sudden, you got a good product again. Interesting. Didn't they do that in the 90s? When they boomed? The fans wanted something a little bit more hardcore. Something a little bit more like ECW and WCW. And Vince was going down in the shitter. And Shane McMahon literally had to tell Vince, like, look, this family bullshit you doing ain't working. We're going to be out of business. And Vince stubborn ass did not want to do it. And then when he finally decides to do it because he's starting to lose too much fucking money and getting destroyed in the ratings, everybody glorifies Vince for coming up with this whole Attitude Era notion. No, the Attitude Era was just the WWF thing, number one. ECW and WCW had already been doing their own fucking thing. And Vince bit off of that. But you see the links that Vince that have to be going to in order to get Vince to change. Shane McMahon literally had to tell him, look, we're going to be out of business. And Vince was still pretty defiant about it. Hell, Stone Cold Steve Austin wasn't even supposed to get the run he was supposed to get. It was supposed to be Triple H. Until the whole incident at Madison Square Garden happened. This man is just so defiant in giving you what you want. Why are you still putting money in his pockets? You know what happens to businesses that don't satisfy 80% of their consumers? They go out of business. They go out of business. Plain and simple. But somehow Vince McMahon can find out a way to piss off 60 to 70% of his fan base and still stay in business. How? Well, let's get this straight. He ain't losing money. He ain't losing money because of what he's doing in terms of the product. He's losing money because of that network. The fans have not done shit to change the WWE or cause shit to hit Vince McMahon in his pockets and force him to change. They're losing money because of themselves. Because of the WWE Network, something that they came up with. They ain't losing money because fans just said, fuck it, I'm done. I'm tired of John Cena. I don't want to see Roman Reigns. I hate how they treat Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. No! Because the fans are still buying. Only reason they're losing money is because the fucking network was a terrible fucking business model. You people really need to understand this. Vince can go, if they got rid of the network today, they would still be fine. They just go right back on pay-per-view, drop the price of pay-per-view to like $50 just to satisfy the fucking fans. And then you're back right where you were before. Yeah, you don't have the network, but they're still making money over hand and fist with these pay-per-view buys. Because fans aren't turning away. Fans aren't turning away. And they're losing money because them leaving pay-per-view and going to the network was such a fucking financial disaster. Because they don't have as many subscribers as they planned. So the numbers don't even out when you're talking about pay-per-views at $50 to $60 a pop. When you're talking about pulling in $5 to $6 million of revenue per pay-per-view. Yeah, they're not doing that with the network, number one, because of the price that they set. And number two, just because you don't have as many people signed up. So they're killing themselves. The fans aren't doing anything to kill the WWE, and this is why they won't change. On top of Vince being a stubborn piece of shit at this point. On top of him not listening to Vince and listening to the fans. So if you want change, stop giving them your change. Plain and simple. Man, I don't give a fuck if they drop the price to $5. Don't buy that shit. Just stop giving them your money. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Talk up a shit on social media. Get shit trending like you did with this whole hashtag cancel WWE Network. Get other shit trending. Hashtag we want Bryan. Hashtag we want Ziggler. Don't watch the shows. Let it be known that we're not watching till we get what we want. Stop putting money into their pockets. Let it be known you're not getting a dime out of me. I don't give a fuck how cool a shirt is. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who they're pushing. Don't put money into the product until their philosophy changes. That's where it's going to hit them. Because the thing is, they can decide to push one guy for 6 months and then be done with the guy, and then be like, "Yep, we did what the fans wanted. Now we're going to do what we want." And then you're right back in the same situation. No, you have to do it until their philosophy changes, which is listening to the fans, giving us a product that's edgy and something that people can sit down and enjoy. But until you force them to do that by stop putting money in their pockets, we're going to be having the same conversation for the next 5 years, 5 to 10 years, when it comes to Roman Reigns and all of these other guys, the Ascension and the Bella Twins and the Usos and all of these redundant motherfuckers, the Wade Barretts and the Jack Swaggers and all these motherfuckers they like to push down your throat, the Mojo Rawleys of the world. This is all going to be the same conversation in 5 to 10 years, and I will bet money on this, Bruce. We think Roman Reigns is the top guy right now. Roman Reigns will be number 2. He'll be the number 1 heel down the road because Mojo Rawley will be the next John Cena. I've been predicting this since the moment I seen this motherfucker. He's the next John Cena. They're gonna turn Roman Reigns into the number 1 heel. Bro, you can see it, bro. He's more athletic than Cena, but he is a carbon copy.
He is
pretty much a carbon copy, just more athletic than Cena. He's got more natural charisma than Cena, but I mean, shit.
Yeah.
But it's like he fits their mold. He's a big dude who's athletic and he's got the energy and all of the crazy sayings and the colors and all of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's gonna be the next Cena, and they're gonna turn Roman Reigns into a top heel. I 5 years from now, mark my words. But once again, what do I know? You put money into a company that you hate and wonder why they don't change.
And folks, did you think I was going to interrupt that gospel? All right, we will now end this with a...
Oh, no, and I see people asking me and telling me about the Hulu thing because NXT is still on Hulu Plus. No! People, you don't get it. NXT... Okay, look. Hulu is owned by NBC. And NBC is the same network that owns the fucking USA Network that is in partnership with WWE. So WWE's TV deal is through NBC. They own E! Entertainment. They own Sci-Fi. WWE's TV deal is through NBC, which owns Hulu. So you're still putting money in their fucking pockets. Even with the ad revenue from when you watch these Hulu fucking videos. Don't get Hulu for the network either. I mean, to watch NXT. If you're going to go on Hulu, if you got Hulu, that's fine, well and dandy, because there's a lot of shit on Hulu. But don't get Hulu to watch NXT. You're putting money in their pocket still. Their TV deal is with fucking NBC, who owns Hulu. You people don't get it. Stop. I understand a lot of people like NXT and want to see NXT do well, and there's some guys down there they like. Trust me, there's nobody out there more who wants to see that next NXT special more than me. I fucking guarantee it. There's nobody more excited about it than me. But sacrifices have to be fucking made for the sake of the product as a whole. Because you know what's going to happen? You're going to keep supporting NXT, and then these guys are going to get to the main roster, and they're going to be shit on. Why? Because you still put money into the company, and they haven't changed their philosophy, because you're still getting money to them. Just let the shit go altogether. It's about principle. It's about the principle of the matter. You're giving money to a company that could give 2 fucks about how you feel. They can give 2 fucks about taking your money and then doing shit to piss you off. Why are you giving them money?
Agreed. Yeah, it's like going back to a restaurant that gave you a bad meal over and over again. When we started covering this, I told Mad Genius that I felt like bringing our brand of coverage to it as big sports fans, as guys who aren't going to apologize for the WWE and things of that nature, was something that wasn't necessarily not out there. I'm sure it was out there in certain sectors, but something that felt was needed more in mass, not just from us, but others. And I enjoy covering the product because I tune I'm not going to throw names out there. I'm not about that. You know, everybody doing their thing with podcasts, YouTube, whatever the case may be, websites. Hey, wish much success to you in your lane, in your niche, you know, your groove. But there was just, I would tune into this and that, and not for the most part YouTube, like websites and podcasts. I listen in and I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, you can do no wrong. You know, we need to bring some balance to that. And that's when we brought it over to YouTube, because I've had a myriad of YouTube channels over the years for the last 9.5 years. Back when a lot of people were still on MySpace, I started doing YouTube. And I did more topic-based stuff back in the day, and then we started doing these reviews on our podcast, just audio. Then we brought it over to YouTube, and it just, you know, it took its own course. And I think the voice of dissension is great. I also want to throw out there, though, that if you like the WWE, support them.
Yeah.
It's the exact opposite, vice versa. If you love what they're doing, support them with your money. Support them with the merchandise and stuff like that. You know, it works both ways. It works that way with New Japan, ROH, TNA, WWE, doesn't matter. It's very simple. You know, if you don't like what they're doing, minimize how much you support them. You know what I mean? They get $10 out of me a month to cover their pay-per-views in NXT. But that's it. You know, my shirts, haven't been to a live show in a long time. But I think Mad Genius, I appreciate what he said there, because that's true. And it comes back to what I was saying, that this can't be short term. It's got to stick. It's got to fucking stick. If you're pissed, you know, don't let them woo you back in a week later. You know, force them to do something that you like. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. And I think that mentality, it's going to be hard to get enough people to have that mentality. I think we've learned that over the years, MG. But Daniel Bryan may be the guy that people love enough to where you see that. He might be. But let's move on with this match. And we're going to wrap it up. And yes, I know Raw may be canceled tonight. I will go ahead and throw out there that if Raw is canceled, we will be doing a lot of coverage on blitzsportsnetwork.com. Last week we did a 4.5-hour video on Tuesday, and the week before like a 5-some-hour video going through all the news, rumors, scenarios, fantasy booking, all that stuff. So if Raw's canceled, you can definitely get your fill on the website still. And plus you're getting a Royal Rumble review here on YouTube, so at least you're getting wrestling talk either way. But so we get this showdown, back to the match. Okay, we're to the part after Daniel Bryan was eliminated. It started this epic rant from Mad Genius. Loved it. Great stuff. Again, not the biggest Daniel Bryan fan, but I empathize with those who want him to be the guy. And it's like, you know, I could sit there and we could talk about, does Ryback deserve a run? He's gotten over. He's gotten better ring, blah, blah, blah. Daniel Bryan's the one that's got the crowd support. You got to roll with him. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is right now.
Yeah, like, I fucking hate John Cena. You don't see me buying a fucking John Cena shirt, but you people hate the WWE and you still give them fucking money. Yeah. I don't get it.
Oh gosh, yeah. You gotta, you know, but it's gotta be enough people doing it. Like, a group of people doing it's one thing, but if enough people are mad and that's what happens, because we're only going to reach so many people with our platform, and we love our platform. You know, really, I like it right where it is. Don't really want it to get much bigger. I like the quality of the individuals we interact with these videos over quantity. You know, that's why you don't see fake thumbnails and all that other bullshit. But we love the quality of the people we interact with here, and we could only reach so many people. I guess we could do something to try, to do some clickbait video or whatever, but that's not what we're about, At the end of the day, what it's going to take is someone pissing people off en masse, or something pissing people off en masse. And this may be what did it. I mean, that shit's been trending, bro, for half a day. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Cancel the network. Oh my gosh, they're going to take a hit. And I don't take joy in that. I'd like to see everybody succeed in life. But at the end of the day, as an entertainment business that they pride themselves on being, then you got to give the folks the type of entertainment they want. When these folks who love Daniel Bryan go to buy a WWE ticket or the WWE Network or pay-per-view or whatever, and they tune into the show or they go to attend the show, they want to see Daniel Bryan. When someone buys a ticket to go see the Blue Man Group, they don't want Gallagher coming out on stage. Now, some of them may still like Gallagher, but they want the Blue Man Group. It's the same philosophy in the entertainment industry. When someone buys a ticket to go check out a 3D action movie, they don't want to see a chick flick. That's the same thing here. The same thing applies here. Someone buys a rap album, they don't want to pop it in and hear Taylor Swift. And that's basically what the WWE is giving them, and they've got to understand that. It's really that simple. You can apply this to so many different things, in my opinion, and that's what they're doing. But back to the match. The showdown between Goldust and Stardust that happened after Daniel Bryan was eliminated reminded me how much I wanted to see Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes have a feud, which a thing we'll never get, with their dad involved, the whole family dynamic. But anyways. The crowd, on the other hand, was beginning, at this point, this is directly after Daniel Bryan was eliminated, they were beginning their routine of shitting on the Royal Rumble match after Daniel Bryan's eliminated. I mean, Kofi Kingston gets booed when he comes out. Kofi Kingston! You knew at this point this shit was done. Put a fucking nail in it. Put a nail in the coffin. You have lost the crowd. There were parts where they came back up a little bit with some false hope, but it was pretty much over. For me, when Adam Estrogen came out, yeah, I pretty much didn't care. In that moment in time, I'm like, Adam Estrogen's in the ring. I don't fucking care about this shit, for that moment. But I just find the guy's character to be bitch-made pussy shit, Kofi would get his Royal Rumble moment when the Annoying Express caught him outside the ring and saved him. And what? That was the Kofi Kingston moment? Come on, that was cheap. There had to have been something else he could do. But anyways, Rusev did eliminate Adam Estrogen pretty fast, which I was like, okay, I'm going to try to care again, because I wasn't as mad as some of the live fans about the Daniel Bryan thing, but empathized with where they were coming from. So Roman Reigns comes out and gets booed instantly. I'm like, oh shit. He's about to get Batista. This is something we've been predicting for months. The crowd is just shitting all over this Rumble. And they also booed Big E Langston. It was over, folks. They're booing everybody at this point. And it reached an epic proportion that we're going to talk about a little bit later. But Big E Langston did hit a nice, pretty nasty belly-to-belly overhead release suplex on Rusev, which I liked. Even though it really didn't matter at this point, because the crowd they don't want Reigns in that ring. And they definitely didn't want him winning. They just wanted Daniel Bryan out there instead. And that's the way it is, whether we like it or not. That's what the majority wanted. And a lot of times in these situations, majority rules if you're trying to do what's best for business, right? But
hell, they would have taken Dolph Ziggler or Dean Ambrose.
They
I mean,
would
Daniel
have.
Bryan was
This
obviously the number one
yes.
choice, but I mean, in
They
terms
would.
of like
Well,
a
there was another
secondary
guy
or
when
third choice,
when Mizdow came out, they popped for him.
or Mizdow, yeah,
Yeah.
or Mizdow would have won. That place would have lost their shit.
It would have, you know, long-term sense. Does it really make long-term sense? But still, that's
No.
what they wanted. But ultimately, what they really wanted was Daniel Bryan. That's what they really wanted.
Exactly.
At this point, they're like looking to settle on someone else that they like. But the Miz stopped Mizdow from getting in the ring. Reigns pie-faced Miz off the apron. Mizdow sells indecision. But ultimately gets in the ring and gets swiftly eliminated by Rusev. So Ryback, who's been pretty over, didn't get much of a reaction either until when? Until he clotheslined Roman Reigns. I mean, come on!
Caught him with a stiff one too.
This was going in a bad direction, man. When Ambrose came out, massive pop. The fans have hope again with him in the ring, right? He's not Daniel Bryan, but fuck, he's Dean fucking Ambrose, right? And when Dolph Ziggler came out, there was a massive pop as well. But I'll guarantee you, if you took a poll on that building, Ambrose and Ziggler would have been viable candidates to win at that point for the crowd. But like I said, it would have kept the crowd somewhat happy, but they wanted Daniel Bryan. Maybe even Bray Wyatt. You know, they could have got away with that. But the crowd was not, I can't stress this enough, the crowd was not having Roman Reigns.
Oh, not only that, but like all of the guys that they would have picked to win, like they're probably like the top 5 between Bryan, Ziggler, Ambrose, Wyatt, all had like this fucking anticlimactic elimination where they just get like jumbled over the fucking rope or fucking knocked off the apron. It wasn't like anything special about it. Like that made it even worse.
It did, like we talked about earlier with Daniel Bryan and the lack of creative behind the way he was eliminated. It just, wow, you know, it was like it was almost, you almost got the feeling from booking, because sometimes you can tell the story or the mood of the booker, and it was almost like Vince was saying, "Oh, fuck you," you know.
Oh, this was a Vince McMahon Rumble all the way. When you look at it, be it like 6 foot, fucking 6 and up guys in there at the end, no matter how bad of a worker they are.
Yeah, throw Titus out there. Yeah.
Yep.
Get out there, pal. You know. Oh wow. You know, this was. I'll definitely remember this for a long time. Just like Royal Rumble 2014, where you're like, wow, that was the night where they lost the crowd big time. You know. But anyways, it came down to Reigns and Ambrose against Big Show and Kane. The crowd's just not having it still. Reigns has blood all over his face from, I believe Big Show caught him with a potato.
Always fucking bleeding. I'm supposed to believe this guy can win a real fight, and all he does is get busted open from little shit? Okay.
Well, it could be interpreted that way, or he's a little too smash mouth sometimes as well. Either way, whatever.
He's got that Pagasol syndrome, bro. He gets busted open by the wind blowing.
Wait a minute, he's a bull now, so he's tough now, so I don't want to hear it. Can we go somewhere else?
Hey, power in the Olympics is tough too. That don't mean shit.
That is true, but he's a Chicago Bull now, so I can't co-sign that one anymore. We had wrist implants for him, if you know what I mean. But you know, Reigns has blood all over his face. He's got Ambrose by his side in the crowd. I mean, you got Big Show and Kane, who people are bored with and sick of and whatever, and the crowd just would not get behind him. I mean, like I said, like I said a couple times, we predicted that he was going to get Batista, and that's exactly what was fucking happening. If you don't know what we mean,
you got Roman Reigns. You got to switch it around now.
Wow, you know Batista, they never gave him a chance, you know, when he came back, but he wanted to come back as a heel anyway, according to him. But yeah, this was just going bad. So when it came down to Big Show, Kane, and Roman Reigns after Ambrose was out, the crowd started chanting bullshit. And I love how in the comedy they're like scrambling, like, oh, we got to scramble. Yeah, the crowd's really upset about Ambrose and Ziggler being eliminated. No, they were fucking pissed off because the WWE had Reigns in there, and he's just not over yet. You know that old saying, she's just not that into you? Yeah, the crowd was just not that into you, you know? But the crowd started chanting, "We want refunds." The match wasn't even over.
Bro, like, here's the thing. Like, you never heard fans chant, "We want refunds" at John Cena. You never seen cancel the WWE Network trending because of John Cena. Like, Roman Reigns is taking it to another level with the fans hating him.
I think John Cena has something to do with that, though, because a lot of the fans are like, I don't want this to be another John Cena. So I think John Cena deserves some of the credit here. I'll just throw that in there.
He is another John Cena. At this point,
he is. Come on, I gotta find a way to sideswipe the guy. If you like Cena, fucking like him, buy his merch. You know, wave your hand with your wristbands. But for me, I'm Blake Cena. I'm gonna find a way. No, it's both. It's the booking. It's people don't want another Cena. Roman Reigns with no charisma. He just ain't ready. You know. But so Kane and Big Show turn on each other. They're fighting each other, and predictably Roman Reigns comes from behind to eliminate them, to supposedly win the Royal Rumble to a loud chorus of boos. I say supposedly. I'll explain more here in a second. So then the Big Show and Kane are going in there too. They're going to take out Reigns now, whatever. And all of a sudden, The Rock's music hits. Massive pop. Debatable was The Rock's pop bigger or Daniel Bryan's. He comes out to a massive pop. The crowd's fucking excited as shit to see the guy. He takes both Kane and Big Show out, right? He hits people's elbow on Kane. Reigns hits the Superman punch on Big Show, and then Rock hits the Rock bottom on Big Show. And the crowd's like, "Oh, I see what you're doing here." They started to turn, right? And I don't remember what I predicted in that short little video I recorded early in the morning of the Rumble, which released on YouTube before the Rumble started. But I had a feeling they were sending The Rock out to be a human shield, and that's what they were doing. But also, here comes Rusev. You know,
the moment I saw Rock post a picture of him and his mom at the Rumble, like before the show, I was like, The Rock's not in the Rumble. Fuck, Roman Reigns is winning. He just gave it away.
Oh, yeah. That's just family. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, fuck.
Son of a gun, man. But Rusev was never eliminated, and the crowd had been chanting, "We want Rusev," which we talked about the just ridiculousness of that.
The guy has never been able to get his own pop, not even in NXT.
No.
And this is the moment where he gets it.
And I was wrong on one prediction. I predicted Cena would be the one to get him that pop. And it was Reigns, but Lana was done cleaning up under the ring, so he came out and sorry. And he came out and jumped in the ring. And, of course, Super Reigns or Super Borings or whatever you want to call him, hits a spear on Rusev, and then he eliminates Rusev to win the Royal Rumble. But wait a minute, we're still waiting to see where Curtis Axel got eliminated. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, we want Axel, we want Axel. It would have been great if they would have chanted that, but...
Hell yeah.
But, I think they were just so pissed off, So The Rock gets in the ring, and he's like, "I'm going to put over Reigns." So he raises his hand. He did what he did for Cena. No BJ involved in this one. But he raises his hand, and the look on The Rock's face.
He got Rock booed out the building.
He gets The Rock booed?
He got The Rock booed out the building.
He got Hercules booed?
Wait. Roman Reigns has, accomplished something. He got The Rock booed. He got Rusev cheered. How the fuck is that possible in the same night?
The crowd shit all over The Rock. And the look on The Rock's face, The Rock raises his hand and he's like, Yeah, son of
No, I mean,
a
I've been hearing that The Rock is pissed at the fans for the reaction. He was like, I don't get it. This is Roman Reigns. This is my cousin. I gave him the stamp of approval.
No, he was probably just a. I'm sure it's not just.
Not he more so at the reaction to Roman
Yes.
Reigns, not at him.
No, I think he's probably upset about the fact that here's a mega movie star that he doesn't want to be associated with that type of reaction. He's got movies to sell. It's not a good look for him. If anything, I bet you he's pissed at his cousin for being such a damn jamoke on the mic. You know what I mean?
That look on his face was priceless.
It was. He's like, oh my gosh, this sucks. I want to get out of here. But wow. So the show ends with Reigns pointing at the WrestleMania sign. He looked like he was slipping into a massive depression.
But wait, that's not all. Apparently, after the show, Rock cut a promo to put Reigns over, and he still got booed.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
I think Stone Cold himself would have got booed in that situation. It's like, yeah, Steve, yeah. Hulk, get out there. Boo, these guys suck too. Yeah. Daniel Bryan's got some freaking power, man. It is unbelievable.
You like at the point where you're starting to get heels cheered. Like, okay, you just got to know you're fucking up.
Yeah, and it's a combination of people going, no, this Reigns guy, no, 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 no. In combination with the way they love Daniel Bryan, and it's the perfect storm. You know, but I mean, think about this. Think about this. You've got Reigns pointing at the WrestleMania sign, fireworks going off, to a pissed off crowd. Does that remind you of anything? Last year, they made the same mistake twice.
But have you seen the pictures though? Like of that Roman Reigns pointing at the WrestleMania sign, and then like people are like photoshopping the you've canceled your network subscription thing over it, over the WrestleMania sign.
Unbelievable. See, for me, like Mad Genius, I think what they did was wrong. It irritates me the way this company does so many things wrong in the eyes of the consumers. For me, I came away from the pay-per-view like, Cena didn't win. Yes! But I still think it's wrong what they did with Reigns and Daniel Bryan, and I've got mixed feelings because part of me is like, yeah, they're replacing Cena finally, and then the other part of me is like, but they're really fucking up with Reigns and Daniel Bryan. So it's a mixed bag for me. As far as my overall pay-per-view rating, I was contemplating this. I mean, the World Heavyweight Championship match was good, including two moves Cena did. I see. He doesn't give credit to Cena. Yeah, I do. When there's something he does that I think is good, I'll say it.
It's not often that he does something of giant value.
No, not for me. Not for my view. Some people love the guy, and that's okay. Whatever.
Yeah, they question the grown men who do.
No comment, but
just being honest here. Just being honest, people.
Next question. But I can remember that. But anyways, the Royal Rumble definitely had some moments I liked. I mean, come on, DDP.
Yeah.
Bubba Ray.
You know what? I think Batista could have came in and won and got a pop at that point.
He probably would. If Batista started attacking Reigns, he would have. Skinny jeans and all, But
He probably could have at that point.
But I mean, let's really think about it. DDP, Bubba Ray, Bray Wyatt, getting some strong booking. The triple threat match. There were some positives in there. Cena looks like he's not going to be the top guy anymore, like Roman Reigns is. Hey. Good luck, buddy. But, the WWE forcing Reigns down people's throats, even though they don't want it. The matches before the triple threat match were ultra boring. I didn't see the pre-show match. It sounds like it was pretty good. I may go ahead and check it out. It probably only took a few minutes anyway. But we said that it's just too early to pull this trigger with Reigns, with Daniel Bryan coming back. Just go with Bryan. Otherwise it's going to backfire on you, and it did. What am I going to give this pay-per-view out of 10? A lot of people are going to give it a 0 because of the Royal Rumble booking. DDP, I've always, I've been a big DDP fan for a while. Bully Ray, Bubba Ray in WWE. What he did in TNA, he did a lot of good
Oh yeah, he took his stock to another level WWE will never see.
No, you'll never see that. And when he came on the glasses, I'm like, oh, come on, he's going back.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, in the camo, and I was like, this isn't the cool, badass motherfucker Bully Ray.
No, he can't cut the same promos like
threatening people with big lighters and shit.
What was that? I still want that.
But if he would have came out with a big lighter, like, I might have popped. I probably would have popped and lost my shit. Just because of the simple fact of the comedy.
He comes out with a biker gang and the ratings drop to... Yeah, I won't go there. But anyway, there were good parts of Aces and Eights, no doubt. And I love it.
He ain't killing shit like Roman Reigns is.
I constantly say, give TNA a chance, man. You'll find... Kurt Angle's on there,
But Bruce... This is not in the WWE, so it doesn't matter. WWE's the big stage.
Maybe they're mad enough about this, You've got an Austin Aries on there if you like guys like Daniel Bryan. But I'm gonna go.
Yeah, there's also an MVP of Magnus if you like Roman Reigns.
yeah, Magnus. You got Magnus. You like Roman Reigns. You love Magnus. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna go. I want to be fair, and I think a 3 out of 10 is fair here, because to me the triple threat match, DDP, Bubba Ray, and there are a couple other things I liked. Doesn't make up for the boring undercard, and then that main event. The crowd had a lot to do with it. But it just, the creative behind it was... Okay, I'll go with 4 out of 10. I'll go ahead and go on my Bret Hart shit. Because of The Rock coming out and hitting the people's elbow, and then the Rock bottom on the Big Show was cool. Him getting booed wasn't, but love The Rock's movies, by the way. But yeah, I'll go 4 out of 10. I'll go on my Bret Hart shit here. I think it's fair. It'd be easy to just say, I don't like the fact that Daniel Bryan didn't win the Rumble. It's not right. 0 out of 10. I don't think it's fair to some of the better stuff on the show. My opinion, if you got a 0 out of 10, okay, hey. But, yeah, I'll just go 4 out of 10 and just say come join BlitzSportsNetwork.com. We're going to have a lot of fallout to talk about this week on the website. You're not going to want to miss it, especially if there's not a Raw. Because then that means
there's no way they're canceling it.
I don't believe it. They're going to have something on. They've got advertisers. Either that or they'll push it back a day or, who knows. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but, make sure to grab a website subscription. I bust my ass on that thing, man. That's why I tell you about it, So, MG.
Well, I think as you can guess right now, I'm sticking by my word of Brian or bust. So I'm going with a 0. Anytime you have a show that leads to you canceling a network subscription, it's an automatic 0. So that I can't put it any better than that. I came into it, Brian or bust. I came out of it same way. I'm not going back on my word. I canceled my network subscription. Most of the show was pretty much boring. Outside of one match, even the Rumble was lackluster. There was only one real match of any value, and that was the World Heavyweight Championship match, obviously, with Rollins, Cena, and Lesnar. And it's not, the 0 out of 10 is definitely not to take away from them because I thought that was a damn good match, especially considering that Cena was a part of it. They did a damn good job considering they had to carry his ass. But as an overall, in terms of entertainment value, in terms of the feeling you got coming out of a show, in terms of being excited or just not excited about a show, not wanting to ever watch again because of the show, that's an automatic 0. When you come out of show feeling like that, there's no way you can give it points. I'm sorry. I can't give it points. It's a straight 0 out of 10 for me. I'm Brian or bust. Like I said beforehand, I don't care if The Rock was part of the Rumble and he won it. I didn't care if Austin came out and won the Rumble. I wasn't going to be happy. It was Brian or bust. And that's my word, and I'm sticking to it. I am over on Twitter at Virtuoso Sports. Also on YouTube at Virtuoso Sports. ProWrestlingTees.com/Virtuoso Sports. That is the place where you can pick up Blitz Team T-shirts. You can pick up, I got a bunch of different wrestling shirts up there, such as like this Converse logo looking one that says Wrestling Enthusiast. Also have a separate line over there called Ambitions of Greatness.
This is a subliminal message. You will pick up a T-shirt today.
But yeah, I got the Ambitions of Greatness shirts up over there as well. And those don't necessarily have any, those aren't necessarily wrestling related. It's just something that that I stand for, and something you can pretty much translate into all aspects of life, whether it's just family or sports, or if you're a musician or artist of some sort or entertainer. That Ambitions of Greatness meaning and moniker, it stands the test of time to me, and it means much more than just, wrestling. So I appreciate it if you guys would go over there and pick up a shirt. Or what I do, I don't expect you to pick up a T-shirt. Obviously, I'm not the WWE. I don't expect you to give me money if you don't like me or what I do. But if you do enjoy what I do and want to show your support for what I do beyond subscribing to the YouTube channel or Bliss Sports Network, pick up a T-shirt.
Well, to all of you who thought that they gave up on us, there wasn't going to be a review. They forgot about us. Come on, man. You know it's better than that. You knew we were going to come give you a review. I'm dead tired, so I'm going to go take a nap. Just in case Raw's on tonight, so I have to be awake. Maybe I should.
I don't know about being awake during Raw.
Yeah, maybe I should sleep until Raw. I'll fall asleep now. I don't have that luxury. I've got stuff to get done. But just a big thank you for all of your continued support and your participation here on the Blitz team. We love having you guys here. Disappointing the way things went when it pertains to Daniel Bryan. I think that as someone who does see some talent reigns in the ring, and I think that they could. I don't know how much they're going to get out of him now. It's going to be hard to shake the stigma. We saw this with Batista.
When you get the stigma of Cena 2.0, you're done.
Yeah, I think it's.
And that's not even necessarily his fault, but it's just the fact that he's been labeled with that.
Yeah,
it's hard to get over that.
I just think they pulled the trigger too quick. I think with the way things are going, it would have behooved them to call an audible and just wait a year. Give him another year, and then you gotta listen to the crowd. You could tell when the fans want it, and now they might not have any choice but to turn him heel here pretty quick. So they could change a lot of plans, but.
Well, from what I hear, Vince has no plans on changing. What he's going with right here.
Guess what, Vince? Good luck with that. It worked out really well last night. Yeah.
Vince is fucked. He's gonna be fucked over. It's not gonna work.
All right. So with that being said, we're gonna get going. Thank you again. Talk to you guys again soon. If there's a Raw, we'll do the Raw review. And TNA, don't miss TNA on Friday night if you're looking for something different or just want to give them a shot. Destination America, most of you probably have it. But with that being said, we're going to wrap it up there. Sorry for the delay again, but just thank you for the support. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and blitzsportsnetwork.com. Hit the thumbs up button under the video if you enjoyed the show. We'd appreciate that. Thank you for all the comments, and we'll talk to you all again soon. And Cena didn't win. Cena didn't win. So for me, Yeah, buddy. We're out. Peace.